for a second. Hello.
Hello.
I was just saying it feels like I'm streaming a game for the first time. I don't know why I'm so nervous today. Hello, my name's Mabry, the VTuber the Star Medallion, and today we are celebrating Club Penguin's 20th anniversary.
With me.
With you.
Who am I again? I'm DLLJ.
Is it your new intro? Because every single time you go, "Who am I again?" I'm like, is this intentionally part of your intro? Well, we're gonna talk about ourselves. We don't have to introduce to ourselves because we're gonna do that in a second.
Oh yeah, fair.
But yeah, so last year we did a Club Penguin parties tier list, and this time we're gonna do. It's kind of like a Q&A in a way.
Guess
but
so, yeah.
Just a way to talk about stuff. I wanted some sort of conversational starters. But yeah, it's coming to 20th anniversary. I feel like, considering it's a big milestone, a lot's been going on. I've been watching a lot of Club Penguin videos this past few days. But yeah, so it's gonna be a bit of a Q&A. This PowerPoint was PowerPoint. It's made in Figma, actually. I upgraded.
Nice.
But it's not going to be as long as last year's, but we'll see how we go. I mean, last year talking about parties from like 2012 to 2017. So, but let's just get into it. We're your hosts, us. I don't know why I put the slide in. I don't know why I thought this was going to be useful, but that's us. Yay.
Here we are. Yay.
So first of all, we're going to talk about how each of us found Club Penguin. I hope the music isn't too loud. I mean, if the music's too loud, I haven't got my headphones on. I'm just playing it in the background for you lot. Unless you're watching the VOD.
Yeah,
in which case
you won't hear any music because it's copyrighted potentially.
Well, some of it I think is.
Yeah.
Anyway, how I found Club Penguin. So I was watching at GoGo. In case you come across the stream, not knowing it's me. Hi, I was watching at GoGo. I blogged for Club Penguin Mountains for about 2 weeks and gave up. Oh, hi, Kami.
Hello.
Yes, I was Dr. 70 videos. Anyway, she's probably gone with it. So when I was 11, my best friend showed me this website, and he showed me, well, mostly the EPF, but also ninjas. And you know, I was like, oh shit, this is. Well, I didn't say oh shit. I was too young to be swearing. I was scared of swearing back then. But I was like, oh, where's my Dapscating camera on? Yeah, I know. I was like, this is so cool. I have to join. I think he started showing me around the time of the Card Jitsu party in 2011. Oh. And I was like, yeah, I have to join. Unfortunately, my parents were like, no, you're too young for this. It's dangerous. And it's literally Club Penguin. I don't think they even looked in what it was. They just thought, insect people scary. Do you know what's funny? They let me join YouTube easier. Even that makes no sense because YouTube has a comment section where it can be VAR and it isn't moderated properly. But I was begging them for months. I even wrote little notes and left them in their room, like, "Oh, this can help me learn money," which is bullshit because it's just one currency. There's no like pounds or change or anything. It's not like different, you know. It's not the same, but whatever. But yeah, so eventually it said yeah. So I joined YouTube in January 2012. I didn't join Club Penguin until March that year. But I do remember joining the day I joined Club Penguin very well. I was with my friends. I'm like so excited. Like, right, today I'm going to join Club Penguin. Watch me join. So yeah, I mean, this is my regular outfit. Actually, the quality is not actually bad as I thought it was going to be. But that was me. Ultimate Go-Go.
Nice.
And now it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. Okay, so I started playing at around 2007. I think you might have done the maths, but I might have been like 5 years old or something.
Yeah, you only have to take 2.
Yeah. So yeah, 5 years old. That's pretty young.
Whereas my parents wouldn't let me join at friggin' 11.
Yeah, what the heck? But yeah, some family friends introduced me to the game. I can't. I think their names were. Actually, I won't say their names here because of things. But yeah,
there's probably loads of people in the world with their names.
Yeah, fair enough. But I will say that I think they were twins. They had similar names.
Why are we getting into the lore of your family friends?
That's all I'm going to say, because we don't see them that often. We're not close, but they were family friends, and they introduced me and my brother to Club Penguin. We watched them play the game on their PC, upstairs in their bedrooms, and me and my brother and my parents think it was great. So
how come You were sorry. I'm just jealous.
We joined. As you can see, my penguin name is Mr. Blackjay. And a fun fact, I was originally called Mr. Applejay, but yeah, I think I must have forgotten the password to that.
But thankfully, it was only about 1 year in.
Yeah, it was only about a couple of months. I think it was about a couple of months or even a few weeks in to playing Club Penguin that I lost the account password or wasn't able to log in. But yeah, I made a new account, Mr. Blackjay.
You know, you never drank blackcurrant juice?
No, I think my brother... No, I'm sure my brother was Mr. Orange Jay.
Nice. Nice
indeed. There is I want to say the only surviving picture of my penguin from my old...
Oh wait, go back a second. I mentioned something.
Yeah, go.
I was a constant member throughout my whole time in Club Penguin. Thanks, Mum.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I had membership, but didn't have it frequently.
Well, this is ironic. So my parents were reluctant to let me join Club Penguin. Yeah, after I joined, Mum was like, "Oh yeah," I'll just say to my mum, "Mum, my membership's gonna run out. Okay, I'll renew it." Or about to run out. Whereas your parents happily let you join, but wasn't happy to continually fund your membership.
I mean, I guess so. Or more, it's like, yeah.
The same case was not for Club Penguin Island. I got to it's just crazy. Even by the time I think she started paying for years, but that means even by the time I was 16, she was still paying for it. Well, I'm shocked.
Well, by the time Club Penguin Island launched, I was a fledgling little cat, and I was paying for my own stuff, so I could pay for my own membership to Club Penguin Island.
Did you just call yourself a fledgling little cat? I don't know if you that one down. Shall we move on? Are you done?
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on.
Sorry to rush you, but
I should also mention that for those of you watching, you can also share your memories in the chat. We'd love to hear them.
Why are you saying that? It's my stream. Anyway, whatever. That's what you expect. I don't know how to move on from that.
Just talk about your penguin colour.
Yeah. My penguin colour. I don't know how I put this in. It's a bit weird. So I initially chose green as my penguin colour, being my favourite colour and all. At the time, I was really into... Well, no, a bit before this, I was into Ben 10, and that's why I was like, yeah, my favourite colour is green. And it kind of stuck around for a few years. But like, I don't know how long it was, but maybe after a couple of years, as I said. I changed it to black because I just wanted a bit of more... I wasn't really a big fan of being a colourful penguin. I was just like, I'm going to be a fan of penguin colour, and I can dress myself up in colourful clothes. I don't know. I know what that was. I just was like, I'm not really feeling the green anymore.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? You did the opposite way round.
I did do the opposite. And in fact, when I saw these slides initially, I was like, your favourite colour is green? That's my favourite colour.
I just realised something. Why did I put our pictures in the corner when we were going to cover it up anyway?
Yeah, what the
I never considered that. Yeah. I should have just left it blank.
Also, side note, when did your favourite colour change from green to blue?
I tweeted about it. I want to say it was like 2017.
So what happened?
Again, you're getting off. I don't know. You're just getting off topic.
All right, we'll have to dig up the Twitter archives at some point.
It's not getting off topic.
Anyway, yeah, green was and still is my favourite colour.
Okay.
Though I feel like at the beginning I must have used black because, Mr. Blackjay.
Yeah. But it's funny because it's like there was like 3 different green colours and we both chose the same one. Ooh. Because there was well, I think there's a few different blues as well, but obviously there was lime green, the standard green, and dark green. I didn't see many people being dark green, I don't feel. Anyway, next question. Favourite clothing item? So mine was the bling bling necklace, which eventually inspired this thing. It became part of my character, so it still is today. But the funny thing is, I never actually owned this on Club Penguin because you got it via a code from buying the Party Starts Now album, which was it? I don't think it's available in the UK, which is why I didn't get it.
I think it was available digitally. No, that's not. No.
Yeah, no, right. I think you had to buy it physically, but yeah. I really wanted this item, and I was really sad I didn't get it. But yeah, that eventually evolved into my star medallion. So that's what's in my favourite clothing item. And for you?
Whoa, hang on. Something weird went there. Anyway, my favourite clothing... Well, Okay, here's the thing. I think this was my favorite clothing item because it's the one that I wore in most of the videos that I took, and in that player card image you saw. It is the Around Town outfit, which you could unlock from Series 20 of the Treasure Book, which was the last series of the Treasure Book to be released on the game.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what the Treasure Book is, basically, there were, there's Club Penguin merchandise. It's popular. Of course, there was going to be merchandise, but the cool thing,
Thanks, Disney.
thanks Disney. That plush toys, books, and
Did you own many of the books?
I owned a couple of them. I owned one of I at least owned one of the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Oh, I wanted.
I think it was called. I think I owned the fourth one, the Great Puffle Switch.
Yeah, I don't know why I never got those. Maybe I was getting too old for it. I don't know, but I did collect Club Penguin stickers for a little bit. Oh no, I had the party book, and the party book really pissed me off because instead of saying in 2008, it was like in year 3, 4, 5, and I would basically like crossed out where it said in year because I was like, what's this fucking school? and then just wrote like 2008 or whatever. Like I worked it out. But it was a alright book. It was like a guide. Before I looked at the Club Penguin wiki all the time, I just had that.
Anyway, back to the point. With this merchandise, if it was a toy, then you'd get a physical code on an actual plastic coin. You type that code into the game, and most of the time you could choose one or two items from what was called the Treasure Book, which was a book that could only be accessed through a code and later in the clothes shop. But you couldn't actually get anything from there. There was in the Treasure Book, there was like clothing items, accessories, even puffles, and even a bag of coins, an actual bag of coins. Not a bag, but like you'd get like 500 coins added to your account. Why would you choose that?
Okay, you watch it mini games and want to get coins.
But yeah. Oh,
it glitched.
Yeah, what the heck? This is my first time using Figma slides on here anyway, so yeah.
It's my account. Anyway, continue.
Well, anyway, yeah, okay. So yeah, you could get those for free. This is one of the items that was in the treasure book. And a little fun fact, in the mall, which replaced the stage, there are two mannequins.
There were? There were. You used the wrong tense in this slide.
Okay, fair enough. There were two mannequins wearing this outfit.
Also, that makes me think another question. What plushes did you own? Can you move your mouse?
Oh yeah, sorry.
What plushes did you own?
I'm glad you asked. I own almost every Puffle plushie.
Oh, I only owned orange and white. Maybe I owned another one. I don't remember orange and white. They're upstairs.
I mean, they are somewhere in this house.
I feel like your brother has some of them.
Oh yeah, probably.
Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah, that's
sorry. I thought of more things. That's what I said we're going to do that. You're like, oh, are you just going to read what's in the slide? That's not how presentation works. And I was like, you do realize it's going to be more than that. Anyway, this was hard because clothing also quite hard, but favorite furniture item was hard. I look back at my last igloo I used, which kind of like I settled on, and I can use that as a reference. Like I can't decide, so I had the black TV stand. But it was quite a cool item because on Club Penguin you could press like the up and down keys, and there'd be like different, I guess, swatches, but like in Sim swatches, or like different versions of it. So this TV, like a lot of TV furniture in Club Penguin, you could have like different channels, but it also had like a game mode. So some of the modes, it came with like a little joystick, and it had like Astro Barrier and Thin Ice, and I don't know what else. Probably other arcade games. Did it have bits and balls? I don't know.
Probably released after the item was released. So.
No, I don't actually look up this item release, but it's definitely a later one because that art style is a bit later. I swear it wasn't released until like 2014 or 15.
Really?
Quite late on. I don't know, but
Can we look later?
I don't know. I didn't write all those things down. I was going to info dump on this. It'll be
Yeah.
that would have been a bit too far. I don't know. But yeah, I went for that TV stand again. There's a lot of items could have picked, like the little flame thing. I think was from the Card Jitsu furniture catalogs. You know, where it had like the red or blue like flame effect, and it was like a tiny little thing you could put behind things. That was fun.
Oh
But
yeah.
I settled on this because I could have been looking forever, and I don't know, this one came to mind. And for you,
For me,
you put a lot of text aside, and I hated you for it.
okay, yeah, because you have to pull the text out. Anyway, so this item comes from the Holiday Party 2010.
I think it was reintroduced in the furniture catalogue a few times.
And I think it made a repeat appearance in 2011 and 12
Yeah.
as well. But anyway, starting from Holiday Party 2010, there were these donation tubes that were set up around the island to transport coins donated for Coins to Change into the lighthouse. The goal was to basically fill up the lighthouse with coins.
And fun fact, in the Club Penguin music video, I'm a mod, that room is featured. And I know that because I rewatched it recently. Much to this one's dissatisfaction.
Yeah, especially to my dissatisfaction. I was like, don't play it. It's so...
I was watching my old music video. What a classic video.
What a
That
classic.
too many people have seen. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, the donation tubes are all, as well as being set up around the island, the donation tubes were also available for your igloo. And just like you could with the Black TV stand, you could also change the shape of the... I don't have many shapes here, but there's like a smaller one, a one that goes in the like a...
Oh, I pressing the up and down keys. They weren't like separate.
No, actually, they were. I think you use the left and right arrow keys, which are usually reserved for changing the orientation of an item, but instead you could change the shape of it. And
That's cool.
then...
Take notes, Mario Kart. Don't put them as separate friggin' things, and they could just be alts.
And then, using the up and down arrow keys, you could either have coins flowing through it or not. So yeah, one of the few animated furniture items. I know, but I just really like that.
Yeah, I think that was cool, and it could show you a benefit into charity or something. So turn my camera's on. It's always been on. Parker.
Holiday Party 2010 was the first time I was a member. Oh, lovely.
That's cool.
Did you change your speech bubble?
Yes, the party starts now, but you're hiding.
Oh yeah, I'm hiding it. Oh dear me.
So. Oh, sure that. Did you have any like runners up for this, by the way? A bit. I mean, I mentioned my runner up, so I thought you might as well.
Yes, I do. I have the puffs. There was this puffle sculpture that's made of stone.
It's big, isn't it?
It's big. It was shaped like a puffle. You could change the colours on it into all the different...
I think a lot of people
types.
use that.
Yeah, and there was also another statue of a penguin holding a puffle. Again, you could change.
I had that in the igloo I mentioned.
Yeah, I had those statues in the igloo that I'm about to mention.
Okay.
And moving right along.
So, favourite igloo. It was really difficult for me. I couldn't decide between the igloo I was talking about earlier, my final igloo, which had the backyard, the 2-level backyard thing, or this one. But I decided to go for the VIP penthouse because it always has a special place in my heart. And I used it for a couple of videos. It's quite handy for my what items say about you video. So yeah, it was a really colourful one. I like the neon trees and like the different colours, like, you know, the green dots, and then you got the tiles that are yellow, and there's so many bright colours. And the different sections, and it has a water slide, which is really cool. I think you could put things in there. Yeah, it's just really cool igloo. I remember having like the ninja gate like at the front steps. And like, yeah, you could put things on a little platform. Although I don't see how your penguins could actually get up onto that platform. I thought there should have been little steps there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. I don't know what else to say about it, to be honest. It's just
pretty sure it was like one of the last igloos ever released, and they sure went out with a bang.
I can't remember when they released. I think also from the yellow tile section, you could change the flooring on that.
Just the tile section.
Yeah, they need to have like some spot to change. Was it there or was it on the... I should have researched this
I
before.
did have a little look at the igloos
nice.
that they released, especially in later Club Penguin, and when you added a floor, it looked really weird.
Yeah, I think they started to like customize it a bit more rather than a very standard thing.
Like look at this one. There's so many different flooring options going on here. If you place like one floor, there's no point because you'd lose part of the igloo.
Yeah. Anyway,
I was also gonna say, I remember submitting to your video what Club Penguin items.
You were in it, I'm pretty sure.
No, I wasn't in it. I wasn't in it. You were in it. I submitted an item.
Oh no, your item was in it.
Yeah, the item I submitted was the Club Penguin logo shirt that was given out for free with the first issue of the Club Penguin magazine in the UK.
You're getting off topic again. You could have put that item in your thing. Anyway.
I could have done.
Moving on.
Maybe a bit of
Moving on.
Okay. Well, there it is. The Puffle Treehouse Igloo.
It is cool.
But yeah, I remember putting lots of the colourful Puffle furniture in it, like the sculptures and statues that I mentioned earlier. Buying lots of that, and put them in different colours. That was lovely.
You like Puffles.
Also, this treehouse got different recolours for all the different Puffle designs.
I was about to ask. So were they all separate like igloos to purchase in the catalogue?
Yes, they were.
Whoa. So for every single Puffle that was around, so not Puffle Creature, because before Puffle
Except
Creature.
Puffle Creature.
Wait, actually, did this release in 2014?
I think it was later.
When the Puffle Park released.
I don't remember.
2014 was when Puffle Park released.
Yeah.
I love this igloo. The only thing I will say is there's not a lot of space to put things.
You're right, yeah.
But it's aesthetically, it's really cool.
So this is the base Puffle Treehouse Igloo. As you can see, it's got an orange Puffle icon and a blue roof. But the different colours change the roof colour and the Puffle colour in front to different themes.
I should have put a few more in.
So, for example, the rainbow Puffle colour has a rainbow coloured roof.
Oh, yes. Which one did you have? This one?
I don't remember, actually.
Ah.
I think this was also given out like a membership card thing, or I never had membership cards, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of Puffles,
yeah.
This is unintentional, by the way. I came in the question order before we put the answers in. Our favourite Puffle types. So for me, these, by the way, these are not in like order or anything. They're just free. So Rainbow Puffle, because they are charming. I mean, look at that smile. Look at that smile, everyone.
Love the rainbow.
And well, rainbow, obviously. Haha, okay. But yeah, these released in 2013, along with the Puffle Hotel, which I didn't really go to a lot. I mean, it's kind of cool, but like again, I think it's more so good for roleplay. And I never roleplay in Club Penguin because I was shy. But Rainbow Puffle, my Rainbow Puffle was called Skittles. Do you remember your Rainbow Puffle name?
No, I don't.
Mine was called Skittles, which was an obvious choice, but also I do like my sweets, so you know.
You sure do.
Gold Puffle, sparkles. But obviously with oh yeah, Glip. With the Gold Puffle, you could get gold items when you're digging, which is always cool. And again, they had a quest for the Gold Puffle. I do not really remember it. What did you even do? I can't.
Basically, you take one of your own Puffles to the pet shop.
Yeah.
And then there was a gold O-berry dispenser. You pay coins, get a gold O-berry, and it would start digging up golden nuggets. Get enough golden nuggets and head to the gold mine. Put the golden nuggets into a jackhammer, and you get your golden Puffle.
Nice. So I don't really remember that yet. I'm saying I like the Gold Puffle. I don't know. This is a nice, cool design, and you know, I like the colours. Not just because it's got, they can put any colour, but I like the colour palette here.
I was going to say,
and it looks cute.
The quest for the Gold Puffle ended up being a fetch quest for the Gold Puffle.
Yeah, quest. We're going to big it up. So it
big
cool.
it up, because don't forget the classic play quest for the Golden Puffle.
The classic what?
Play.
Oh, play! I should have gone through the plays. I didn't really.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah.
I kind of forgot about the plays. Whoops. Brain dead. Brain dead. Oh, that was it. My gold puff was called. I think it was Montequilla after whatever Spanish is. No, butter is in gold in Spanish because of
How
pink
do
needles.
you? Oh, right.
How do you know that? Because of pink needles. And then finally the black puffle. Because the black puffles are cool. They can be set alight, which sounds like animal abuse, but I promise you it isn't. If you know, you know. Thin ice, anyone?
Yeah.
And you know, they like skateboards and stuff, so they're cool.
Yeah.
I almost put the orange puffle. I think close fourth with the orange puffle because it likes cookies and the box I mentioned.
Yeah.
But my first puffle was the green puffle because obviously my pet was green and it was cool. Oh yeah, no, sorry, my black puffle was called Dude. Sorry, I'm a mess. My black puffle was called Dude.
Dude.
I swear I had some better penguins. I guess Skittles isn't bad. And Montequilla is just silly. But Dude is lame. All my earlier puffle names were lame. Like my first puffle was called Cool Puff, which could have easily been a black puffle name as well.
Meanwhile, my puffle names got lamer as the game went on, especially with the other puffle creatures they were releasing.
I don't even think I got all the puffle creatures. I think I just by that time I was done.
I don't think I got.
I got a dog and cat puffle. I just realised something.
What?
If Clapping was still around today, I bet a lot of kids be naming their blue puffle.
Bluey.
No. The dog puffle, which was Bluey.
Yeah.
They knew. Chris and Ghost Puffle. Oh my god, I forgot about.
Oh yeah.
Well, no. Yeah, mostly the Ghost Puffle. I was saying I forgot about the Ghost Puffle, but the Crystal Puffle too, because Mary Walrus.
Yeah.
Damn, they released so many Puffles. I mean, does a Crystal Puffle count as a creature? I don't think
it does count as a puffle creature, I think.
Oh, okay. Anyway, your turn.
Oh, okay. Anyway, my favourite puffles. Okay. I love my puffles, and it was really difficult to choose a few. But I think that my top three would be the brown puffle, sorry, because they're the ingenious inventor type, and they were, and I also particularly love them because I remember they were discovered during the wilderness expedition,
which I am mad I missed.
I remember during the wilderness.
Well, okay, sorry to interrupt, but like, I joined Clubbing in 2012, so obviously I missed the wilderness expedition in 2011. So but I did play it on CPR. So that's kind of close, I guess. But yeah. Sorry, you can continue.
So yeah, I remember doing the wilderness expedition at a friend's house once. If I remember correctly.
Was it the same friend who introduced you to Club Penguin?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was someone completely different. Oh. It was a friend from school, if I remember correctly.
Wait, I'm sorry to say this on stream, but I thought you didn't have many friends at school.
You don't realise that you have friends until you've had them.
Oh, I see. Right, it was okay.
Yeah.
Classic autism moment.
The white puffle is the smallest of the puffles and can
produce snow.
Snowflakes, and it's just cute. It's just cute. And
what? Also, can I just say a second? Why is that image so bad quality? I just realised that now.
Which image?
The white puffle image. Like look at its eyes. I'm pointing to the screen, by the way. Look at it. It's so fuzzy. Anyway, sorry.
I have to look on the VOD
I'm a designer and I'm getting distracted.
Yes, you are. I'm surprised you didn't notice this.
No, because it wasn't as big, and now it's bigger in front of my face on this big monitor. I'm noticing.
Yeah, and then we've got the orange tabby cat. I wonder if you can guess why.
Do you remember what your orange tabby cat was called? Mine was Stampy. I mentioned Stampy on stream. It's an ongoing joke, but I mentioned Stampy again.
Oh, I know. Tazzy.
Instead of Tabby.
That was the name. No, that was the name.
I'm cringing.
That was the name of. Hang on. That was the name of one of my nan's late cats.
Okay, I forgive you now.
One of my late nan's.
What was my
cats.
white puffle? I can't remember the name is my brown and white puffles, but you know.
Then again, I don't. Was Tabby a tabby cat? I can't remember.
Doesn't matter, counting it anyway.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Anyway, yeah, let's move on.
Okay, room time.
Rooms.
So this actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So first of all, the arcade, because I love arcades. Our town's recently opened some arcades, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Finally, we get the arcade life.
Yeah.
Whenever we go out to town.
So yeah, you had 3 arcade machines: Thin Ice, Astro Barrier, and Bits Bolts. Thin Ice was the best, and also the Target game, which I don't think I played that often, but there we go, it was there. And the Unplugged machine.
Ooh.
I know it's kind of cool, but it's hilarious that obviously this is above the nightclub, which I also put down. I mean, the whole entire building was cool, guys. Okay.
What do you think about the old arcade design?
What do you mean the old arcade design?
It was very.
Oh right, no, sorry. Yeah, of course, but that was before I played Club Penguin, so.
Oh really?
I know.
Well,
I prefer the new one, but that might be biased. I know the old one was just very barren, didn't feel like an actual arcade. Like it felt sad.
It just felt like a
dingy
upstairs room.
Yeah, but this is like a proper looking arcade with more seats and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the other one had. No, I feel like the old one had more seats now, but it was more classical looking. This is more modern, which is you'd expect.
Absolutely.
And yeah, like the nightclub. You know, obviously fun place to hang out. And it was fun hearing other people's songs play. Obviously good people. I think my mum was finding it really hilarious that there's a nightclub in this like children's game.
Yeah.
I remember her being very entertained by that. And also the pizza parlor, which not because of dating, although a lot of people did that there. But I don't know, I like the song. It was kind of a jazzy vibe. And yeah, again, I like this modern redesign. I like the diner. I played the games. But yeah, I mean, I do like a diner.
We'll get onto that, Spice. So. We'll get onto that.
Sugar.
Oh, sorry.
But it's just, and the piano as well. You got the piano again. I didn't role play, so I'm not saying that. We'll get to games soon.
We'll get to games.
We'll get to games. So yeah, I think all around are quite sociable places, but I also could have put stuff like the town, but that's kind of generic, I want to put more specific rooms. But yeah, that's mine. Your turn.
Yeah, my turn.
We matched on 2 here.
Yes, we did. Okay, well, I'm not going to tread trodden ground by talking about the nightclub and the pizza parlor because you've already.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the sweet. What the hell is this supposed to be? Is it a raspberry?
Yeah,
I don't know what it's supposed to be.
I don't know.
You guys can't see. I just got distracted. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I'm not going to really tread trodden ground by talking about the nightclub and the pizza parlor. I think you've already mentioned everything.
What is it? Is there anything else you want to add?
I will say I remember when the journey happened. Basically, after Operation Blackout, they renovated most of the rooms in the island with these new look instead of their classic looks. And they changed the music to original compositions. And for the pizza parlor theme, it was a piano rendition of the Pizza Truck 3000.
Guys, tell us if the music is matched into what we're talking about, because it'll be hilarious, but we can't hear, so.
Yeah. I mean, you can quickly put your headphones on and check if you want.
Can't be bothered.
But, okay. But yeah. But here's the thing. Those aren't iconic. There's no replacing the original music. So eventually, a few years later, they relented and just replaced the original compositions with the original music. I think the reason why they wanted to replace the original music with original compositions was to
separate it from
save costs, so they didn't have to license the music constantly. But
makes sense.
Playing nostalgia is more powerful, I guess.
I like your reason for the nightclub. Always a pop room to Ireland when dancing.
Yeah, you could just go.
No socializing.
Like seriously, you just go to a place, press D, and it would act. I guess
that's good.
Something.
I guess that's good if you like puffle digging, because that was a pain. Because you often have to play a game where you didn't necessarily want to.
Yeah, fair enough.
Actually, could you be idle? When we're getting future to collecting coins in the Brimin mine, whatever.
I don't remember.
Anyway, talk about the EPF command room.
Of course.
Well, you did that. Of course.
Yeah, so I think that the EPF command room is probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite, room on the island.
Ooh.
Because of the techie aesthetic.
You
Like
nerd.
look at all that.
See, this is clearly a pineapple. Sorry.
He's showing me
I'm so
sweet.
distracted today.
Eat your sweets. Anyway, as you can see, the
I'm
techie
hungry.
aesthetic and also the also because it was a hidden room, all of that makes it perfect for role play.
Did you role play?
I'm just saying that it was.
That's not your reasoning. It's better than role play. I did not do.
I will also extend an honourable mention to the everyday phoning facility.
Yes, because you're the iconic meme of what was it? They're not allowed to do that. What's the meme again? I can't remember. You don't know what I'm
I don't remember what you were talking about.
Don't.
But yeah, it was very obviously a cover for the EPF command room.
So, question: did you like this design? Because I put the most modern version up, or did you prefer the older design?
I like both actually. I think
this one's more tacky.
I
love the water
This is
feature.
a lot more going on, which has more role play opportunities. I think.
Yeah.
There's
a little prison.
Yeah, I like the water feet. There's
a penguin like to prison.
There's a little water features. But yeah, I always liked the hidden entrances.
Yeah.
In the
I like the animation of the lift. You know, you hovered over the lift.
Oh yeah.
The everyday phoning facility.
That was brilliant.
That was fun.
Actually, I also should say, the everyday phoning facility, when it originally released, was like unlike anything else in Club Penguin, because it was like a barren room with almost nothing in it.
Concrete AF.
It was. It was just so uncanny.
Yeah.
And also,
I remember doing my spy test the first time. I felt nervous.
Oh, the spy test. Yes, that was the rooms. Apart from being a way to access EPF command room, it was the only. It's one of only two purposes. It's
probably a good thing the EPF redesigned it because it looks sus as.
Oh yeah, it changed into. Yeah. Yeah. I think. I was looking at some initial concepts for the everyday phoning facility, and they went and they decided, and they were testing out different ideas for the room that wasn't a phoning facility. And one of those ideas was firstly, one of the ideas was enjoy popcorn fun, which was a popcorn shop,
because
which was, I assume, would be a reference to the popcorn bomb incident.
But I guess they realized the acronym was pretty bad.
There was another one. I can't remember the acronym, but it was an employment facility.
Yeah, I guess the phone one was the easiest to actually put together.
But I feel like the employment facility would have been a better fit, because part of the concept had a notice board with different jobs you could do, including pizza chef, delivery unloader. And basically, they were referencing different mini games.
Ah, right.
So the pizza chef was.
I was gonna say role play ideas in Club Penguin, but I realized you couldn't really role play that outside of a mini game. And then I was like, wait a second, you mean mini games?
I guess it could have served another purpose. As in, you could probably click on the notice board and get a interface where you could click on the different post-it notes.
How did you know this, by the way? I can't remember knowing this fact.
It was on the wiki. There's concept.
You've been looking at the Club Penguin wiki way too much.
I imagine you could just click on the notice board, and then you could click on one of the the notices to immediately go to the mini game.
Yeah.
So it could have served more of a purpose than being a cover for the EPF. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the topic.
Your 2 cents.
Honorable mentions.
Well, I mentioned the town, I guess.
Yeah, the town was very busy.
I can't even
the
think of any other.
plaza.
I remember the dock was always where the cool rare penguins hung out. I don't know why that became a thing.
Yeah. Dojo.
Yeah,
Dojo was
close. The lighthouse was kind of cool with the stage.
And also it also had a hidden room with the ninja hideout.
Yeah. Oh, the box dimension.
And the box dimension.
I don't want to mention something. Oh, no.
Lodge and the lodger.
The box dimension don't have lots to. I like CPI, which box dimension had more to do. I think with the zip lines. Anyway, should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Here we go. Here are the mini games.
Here you go, Sugar.
If you're still here.
If you're still here.
Okay, so for me, I only picked one Card Jitsu being my favourite Card Jitsu fire. I wasn't going to say Card Jitsu Snow, but for me, it was quite laggy, and the half-time people didn't actually play the game, so it was kind of boring. Whereas I really liked Fire. I don't know why. Kind of like it was because it was a board game. I still wish they released a board game. But when they're concepting it, they kind of had it like a board game. But I played this a lot. And also, I guess elemental-wise, I do like Fire the most. And yeah, it's quite intense. Smoothie Smash, I played a lot of. And I think obviously it's quite a, a bit biased and quite personal, I guess, because obviously this release within the first few months of me playing Club Penguin.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact: my sister's joined Club Penguin in August 2012, and this mini game released. It's just hilarious to me as well that you could like use your butt and your penguin feet to squash it. It sounds very unhygienic, but it was a lot of fun. And I also remember my little neurodivergent brain was like, oh my god, this penguin's green, it's happy 77. Or this penguin is like, what was it, aqua, it's my friend. Game. What was your favorite game?
Was your
but what and you had a survival mode too, which created different modes.
Did you ever get the mascots?
Yes. Yes, of course, mascots as well.
Rockhopper and Herbert.
Yeah, they actually came in and they had their own unique recipes.
Yeah.
And also Pufflescape. A game that made me think a little bit. Of course, you had the clues, which came very helpful. I was watching my Duck Attempts series the other week, where I played all the Club Penguin mini games, and I was like, yeah, I like Pufflescape. It was funny seeing me tragically fail at stuff though, but I love like the physics in this game, and yeah, to me it was the best Puffle game. But yeah, I get very nostalgic, and the music was so good.
Oh yeah, I can hear it in my house.
Sorry, I shouldn't be singing the music while I listen to other music, but whatever's playing right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it blinked again.
Hang on, I want to say a few things.
Okay.
First, for Smoothie Smash, if I remember correctly, the recipes that were in Smoothie Smash were recipes that were smoothie recipes that were sold by Innocent Smoothies.
Oh yeah, because I often forget the this mini game came along with the Adventure Party that year, and it was advertising.
Advertising
Innocent Smoothies, which is
it wasn't really advertising Innocent Smoothies, but Innocent Smoothies was advertising the game.
It was a kind of a cross promotional theme. They didn't go too hard in the advertising.
Yeah,
but yeah, Innocent Smoothies is a company in the UK, which is probably why they didn't go too hard in game for it, because it's just the UK. And it's a Canadian game anyway, so it wouldn't have really made sense to advertise a British only product in the game. Yeah. But that's a cool fact. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. I just want to say that I love in Pufflescape the hint overlay has lots of equations. Looks like it was drawn by a brown Puffle. So that is
a good headcanon.
Not just a headcanon, but it's diegetic, contextual, I guess. They could have easily shown a video on how to do it, but
yeah, it has charm. Anyway, your top 3 minigames.
My top 3 includes Card Jitsu Fire, but I'm also throwing in Card Jitsu Snow and Ice Fishing.
Ooh.
So yeah, Card Jitsu Fire. I think I liked it a little bit more than the regular Card Jitsu, because I was treating it more like Card Jitsu but with 4 players. to be
Yeah.
honest, because I feel like it was the first ever 4-player.
No, sled racing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I feel like people forget about sled
But
racing.
this was more involved, honestly.
Because sled racing in Classic was pretty boring.
Yeah. Then Cardjitsu Snow. This one always has a spot. I always have a soft spot for this game
Yeah.
because
It is the Club Penguin minigame, in my opinion, because it's a penguin fishing. I mean, what more do you want?
I'm talking about Cardjitsu Snow.
Oh, I thought you said ice fishing.
No, I didn't.
I'm pretty
We'll get onto ice fishing.
idiot. I said ice fishing.
We'll get onto ice fishing. I'm talking about Cardjitsu
What's
Snow.
about Cardjitsu Snow?
Yeah, Scott. Anyway, I have a soft spot for this game because, well, it was the first ever game. It was the only mini game to have its own beta test because
I loved doing the beta test. I felt so cool, and you got a hat from it.
yes, you got to have because the reason why they were doing a beta test for it was because they were using all new Flash technology that was completely different from the
and
main
yet the game was still a buggy mess.
because they were using brand new Flash technology.
It
that
was kind of
completely separate from the
cool.
main game.
Like, it felt different, but it's just a shame that it also felt bad. I had a Cardjitsu battle. I used to do a series called Cardjitsu Battles, and I had an episode where Cardjitsu Snow was really, really buggy, and there's all sorts of stuff going on, but it was also kind of frustrating. A lot of it was related to lag. But yeah, it was really messed up.
Also, I feel like many players, especially younger players, didn't understand the game.
Yeah.
They didn't understand that you were supposed to be working together to defeat enemies.
Yeah, I did get that. So it was kind of frustrating to play because, well, I was 13. I was quite newly 13, actually. I can't really say month as my birthday.
And then also...
but I was 13 when this game released, so I knew what I was doing, but it's frustrating whenever people just stood there. But it was very popular when it released.
Yeah.
So it was really hyped because this is the first Cardjitsu in a while, because 2010 was Cardjitsu Water, which was a laggy mess. That was pretty much unplayable.
I will
say that.
Sorry, I will say that Cardjitsu Snow, I feel like it took so long that eventually it strayed way further than the original Cardjitsu series because it's not competitive. There were no mats, and the only cards usable were power cards.
It didn't feel part of a trilogy. It felt more like a sequel spin-off.
It felt like more of a sequel, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the Club Penguin team wanted to try something new, and it was cool.
Also, do you remember? I think we watched a little video about the creation of Cardjitsu Snow.
Did we?
And there were many different. I think there were lots of concepts introduced. Like there was a concept where it was a competitive game where penguins were rolling down on a snowball.
Oh no, yeah.
I remember that one, but in playtesting they found that it was a bit too difficult to understand, I think.
And this game was too difficult for kids to understand. Ironic.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Ice fishing. As you said, it was the quintessential Club Penguin game. It's got snow, it's got ice, it's got fish. What more do you want? It's just
an annoying ass jellyfish and crabs.
It's just a classic game with a classic
and it's
song.
Quite it's peaceful. You don't think much about it.
It's very easy.
And there's another game I watched my friend playing for. Oh, this is fun.
You can make a big bag of coinage with this.
Yeah. But we're good. We're moving on.
Yeah, we're good. We're moving on.
Right. Now we're getting to parties. So obviously this is going to repeat a little bit from what we said last year, but we don't remember what we said last year. So I decided to split this up into non-sponsored and sponsored because I don't know, otherwise we wouldn't want to sponsor. Well, we probably wouldn't want to sponsor whatever, but I thought it made sense to separate them a little bit. More parties. Mine are all from 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, it's the year I joined, but I just had the fondest memories of these. So, first of all, we have Medieval Party 2012, which I was like, oh, it's released around my birthday. But I just thought Flying School was amazing because obviously Club Penguin had Medieval Party a few years before this, since 2008, I think. And they had the Yield Night Quest, which was fun. But this year they introduced a bit of a new storyline with Scorn the Dragon King, who was so popular. It came back later on. More of that later. And, you had to treat these bulls and It wasn't just shut up. So problem is, a lot of these boss fights in Club Penguin always involved you throw a snowball to hit the target, but this was different. Club Penguin was also to introduce more games that were like their mini games, kind of their own little thing. But it was such a cool vibe. It was so flipping cool as a 12-year-old. I don't really love the medieval aesthetic, but this left such an impact on me, I suppose. The next is Halloween. I don't know why I say holiday. It's not on here at all. Halloween Party 2012. Which you could become a ghost. This was the first one, Club Penguin Year Transformations. The ghost was really scary. The animation where it kind of came towards... You're lagging, by the way. Oh, I think you're...
Whatever.
The animation where it came towards the screen was actually pretty terrifying. I remember watching Polo Field kind of show it off when it was teased, and I was a bit scared, to be honest. You had the giant mansion, which had all these really fun rooms. It was definitely inspired by Luigi's Mansion, not like I knew that at the time. And you had Gary Wold, and you're ghosts. It's kind of a bit like a cross between Ghostbusters and Luigi's Mansion, I guess. I guess technically Luigi Boss Ghost. But I do have a memory about this party, which isn't too specific to the actual party itself, but it wasn't the party it was on. So I decorated my igloo for Halloween. I was really happy with it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna advertise this igloo, which I didn't do often. I can see your mouse and you're playing around with stuff.
Yeah, I was just making sure this thing is working correctly.
Okay. But I remember advertising my igloo, and I must have been there for 2 hours after maybe school one day, maybe I don't know. Advertising my igloo outside the mansion. That's kind of a cool memory, I guess. But yeah, it was so cool. There were a lot of good Halloween parties, and I could have put 2013 in with which one was the skip one? I could put that one in.
Or 13.
Yeah, and there was also the candy one. I could, but this was my favorite. And of course, Chris wanted to dance, but we'll talk about more later. And of course, after that, the month after, that was Operation Blackout. I mean, it's Operation Blackout.
Yeah.
I realise all these parties have kind of a dark theme in common. You've got Big Scary Dragon, Halloween with ghosts, and Operation Blackout. The dark, dingy.
It's Operation Blackout. What can you say?
I mean, if I was younger, probably been a bit freaked out, but
yeah. I was.
That's what you were younger, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it was so cool, and it felt really mature. Herbert literally destroyed the island covered in snow. It was really dark. The music was intense, and it was up to you to save the day. And every day you crawled further and further into the lair, I guess. The paradise bit was funny. I even have it as the background here. And it was just I mean, there was a glitch where you get to bits earlier, but I felt really naughty doing that. And you can see all the beloved mascots got frozen. I don't read the Club Penguin Times often, but they mentioned the Club Penguin Times, they were getting taken. It was freaky. And of course, at the end, you had the director's big reveal, which also been the thing. Of course, it's Antarctic. Why wouldn't it have been Antarctic? Everything was pointing towards it being Antarctic. Yeah. But it was also a little movie. I remember being at school and telling my friends, oh my God, you sit and we're talking about it. And that's the kind of cool memories that Club Penguin created. And obviously, once everything was fixed, then it went to the journey. And also, I just love how this all started because of a misinterpretation, because they posted a little teaser of what was coming up, and they had written Blackout for the developers.
Operation Blackout, I think.
No, I think it just said Blackout.
I think it just...
Well, I don't know. No. But either way, everyone misinterpreted for, oh my God, what's Operation Blackout? It's going to be a party. And they're like, oh shit, we actually got to make this now. But yeah, I mean, they achieved it, and it was one of the best, most biggest scope parties ever. I mean, it had a few glitches, but
I think
we can forgive.
I think during Operation Blackout, they broke their broke their record for the most penguins logged online at the same time.
That was so, and also the fact you can meet Herbert. I mean, Herbert's model was a bit creepy, but that was also really cool because normally Mascot comes on, you're playing with them having fun, but Herbert's obviously the villain, so it was fun to interact with. I don't think I ever met him in the end, but it was fun to interact with a villain. I could go on Facebook, Operation Blackout. It was just so cool. And nothing can replace that memory. Even I think I went to a CPS for it and I called a video for it, but I was all at that point, it just wasn't the same feeling. Then if I could experience any Club Penguin party for the first time again, it probably would be Operation Blackout. Anyway. Your turn.
My turn indeed.
Yours is a little
And
bit more
mine's-
fun than
Mine's
mine.
a little bit fun. So we've got 2 parties from the same year and one from another year. Let's start with my absolute favourite number 1 party, the Hollywood party. Yeah. What can
Sort of depends on the squid.
Oh yeah, the squid.
Freaking squid
The
costume.
freaking squid.
Anyway, sorry, I keep
costume.
interrupting you. But I really
Anyway,
wanted to say that.
I think-
The way you looked at me, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, Hollywood party in February 2013.
13.
She
didn't come back.
Yeah, I think there was like a one-off. They did use elements in other parties, lazily. But yeah, you could act out in 3 different movies at the CP Studios movie set in the Snow Forts.
Well, they kind of do that I do again for a much like lower extent in the Inside Out party, but it's nothing on this.
Yeah. But I will say that the best part of the party for me was the limo.
Yeah.
The limousine. It was the most dynamic thing ever. You could basically, if you were standing in the town or the Snow Forts or the plaza, you could see a limousine roll up at the bottom of the screen and then walk into it. And you could actually travel on the limousine between those 3 rooms.
Mm-hmm.
It was so dynamic. It's like you're in. It's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, the only thing that annoys me about it, those 3 rooms were next to each other. You could just walk to the next room.
Yeah,
They should have done it across the island. That would have been sick.
Oh
but...
yeah, between like, yeah, you're right.
But maybe technically it was just easier to do the 3 rooms next to each other. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. And let's now talk about the holiday party 2013.
You're autistic. That's what you need to know.
Well, because it's the one with the train.
The one in the train.
The one with the train.
They knew a lot of their audience were autistic. And I thought, you know what?
I don't know why they decided to go with a train.
Because trains are associated with the holidays. The Polar Express, hello.
Oh yeah, fair
and
enough.
the Thomas train when we were kids.
Anyway, yeah.
I think that's not a chat to talk about the Thomas train when we were kids. We could talk about that, but no.
There were railways. There were railways built across the island, and members could purchase these trains to wear, and they could invite others to join them on cars and moving around the island. So basically, you could join them on the train, and the member could walk around the island, and they would follow them on the train cars.
Come on, members, we're going for a ride. I'm going to force you to go to the Snow Forts.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck? Yeah. And then on the train tracks, you could there were little coins. You could throw snowballs at the coins to collect them and donate them to Coins to Change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the trains. And then we got the 10th anniversary party, which was...
Oh, sorry, go back to the holiday party.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you mentioned the fact you could also put the train tracks like in your igloo.
Oh yeah, you could put train tracks in your igloo, as well as tunnels that led into the train, that lead directly to the train tracks.
I think there were definitely people in the Club Penguin team who really like trains as well. Like, you can tell the passion.
Also, a side note, that you could buy Coins for Change donation stands for your igloo, and Coins for Change.
Why frozen?
I don't know why. And
hold on.
Okay.
I've frozen and I don't like it. What if I reset? I might actually restart VC phase.
Okay. Back in a bit.
Oh.
False alarm, everyone.
Psych, I've unfrozen. I wasn't expecting you to press it. I would have done it. I would have restarted on this screen, but never mind. Anyway, hold on, let me bring up Figma.
Yeah, let's switch back. Okay, so yeah, okay. 10th anniversary party. It was a setup. So usually anniversary parties are
Sorry, it's annoying me. It's not over here. Sorry, VC face is slipping into my next screen. It's really bothering me.
Oh, I see. Okay. Crime. Usually, anniversary parties are located in just one room, the coffee shop, and usually take place during a Halloween party.
Well, so, yeah, sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't.
But always on the actual anniversary, and sometimes only on like a couple of days around the anniversary.
I think that was one year. It was only one day. I can't remember which year that was, but I'm pretty sure it was. Anyway.
Wait. What does it say there? What's the dates for the anniversary party?
October 1st to 21st.
Oh, it wasn't actually on the anniversary.
Oh yeah. Why did it stop before the anniversary? That's stupid.
Probably because they need to do the other thing, which I'll get to. Oh, this is annoying. Hang on.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. Yeah, duh. Well, they could have ended it on the 24th.
Yeah, they could have.
But you know, they wanted to move into something else anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Continue.
Okay, yeah, continue. But yeah, this, because it was a 10th anniversary, they wanted to go all in. So the whole island was in on it. But I think because every room on the island was decorated, basically they brought back fan favorite designs from different parties.
Yeah, and it was cool because if you were new to Club Penguin, you could see all these rooms like Camp Penguin. They had Camp Penguin at the dock.
Yeah,
which was old. And actually, I found out something recently. Part of the existence at Club Penguin obviously come down to what Rocket Snow was doing before. But the reason why Rocket Snow had, for example, he made Ballistic Biscuit, which was Hydro Hopper back in the day with humans, was for kids going to camp. It was a game for kids to play while they're at camp.
I think the whole idea of Club Penguin came out of this whole camp thing as well.
Yeah, so it made sense they had a Camp Penguin party in their third year. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, okay. There was a sign in the top left-hand corner to show where the party came from and when it was.
Yeah.
They even brought back other even dynamic and party rooms from there. One of those we'll get to in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Some rooms had a speaker box which gave some information about the room and the party. Some rooms had an invention by Gary called the mask bots.
Yep.
Which were
totally not inspired by
the robot. They were basically robots, which basically acted that were modelled after and basically acted like the different mascots on Club Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. During the third week of the party, the mascots started to look a bit weird.
Started to glitch out.
They started to glitch out. And then like 1 week later, the Halloween party started. And
night fell on the spooky scene.
Now it fell on the spooky scene, and the and it linked smoothly into that Halloween party because the mascots were still there, and your goal was to deactivate each one.
So yeah, but totally not inspired by FNAF.
I just love how
totally it was absolutely inspired by FNAF. The Club Penguin team even in their office did their own FNAF themed Halloween party, so it was definitely based off FNAF.
I am actually surprised that they actually did a FNAF themed Halloween party at the offices in Club Penguin.
Yes, so
that was insane.
The only thing they obviously couldn't get the license from Scott to do it, but
it didn't even cross my mind that the Halloween party would be inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's.
But it makes sense.
It kind of makes sense in
but it was.
perspective.
So there we go.
So yeah, we're not done talking about parties because
I already kind of mentioned that, but okay. So for my top 3 sponsored parties, we have. I was and ahhing over this. I didn't know where to put the 2012 or 2013. Obviously, in fact, I kind of regret it. I kind of wish I put the 2012 one, but oh well, I don't know. The 2013 one, I'm laughing because I was watching a video, you might have seen it, about like the history of the response party in Club Penguin and how they kind of got worse. But I realised something quite hilarious. So this party was referencing, well, I think a couple of Marvel movies, but also partly Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 isn't very kid friendly. It has a lot of blood and gore and really dark scenes, which they probably should have been advertising that in Club Penguin. They never mentioned Iron Man 3 by name, but they had all the Iron Man suits from the movie. So it's kind of it's like, I didn't think that was a good idea, guys. Disney, I don't think that's a good idea to do that. Like but yeah, anyway, getting off topic a little. The Marvel superhero, I just love how they didn't reuse anything really from the first one. They completely redid the rooms. They could have kept the same rooms, but they didn't. And they had a couple of, so you could pick being a hero or a villain. I'm not sure why you'll pick a villain. You're literally siding with people who want to destroy all penguins, but okay. And you had either, again, that's basically Doodle Jump, but of course we all loved Doodle Jump back then. A bit off topic, but I remember at lunchtime in school we weren't supposed to have phones, but one of my friends did play Doodle Jump and we'd all crowd around him and take turns to play Doodle Jump. So it was Superhero Bounce, I think. So you just bounced off crystals, but it was really fun, a bit laggy. And then also there was a robot making game, which I don't know if this is comparable to anything, to be honest, but yeah, it was really fun. Oh, I think you could turn into robots, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah. But it's hilarious I put this because I don't really watch Marvel or care about Marvel, but I enjoyed the party. Next to the Monster University Takeover, I remember going to watch this movie in the cinema because I was like, Dad, we gotta see it. I want to hear the Club Penguin music. The Club Penguin music was not in the movie. It was original. I was dumb, okay? I was dumb and 13. But, you know, obviously Monsters, Inc., that movie came out when I was very young, so I watched it. And obviously this is a prequel to that movie. But yeah, it was really cool. They had location in the movie recreated. You had the fraternities and societies. I was on Uzma Kappa because green. And I was thinking was on the same team. And they, of course, won because they were, like, the protagonists from the movie's team. But it was fun to have the different teams. You had a little mini game you could play. You could scare people.
You could play a mini game where you scared a doll.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh,
the
right.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that was really fun. Something else? I don't know. And then
one thing I will...
yeah, go on.
One thing I will say was weird. The Monsters University gates were placed in the snow forts.
Yeah, there's the point where they started to do not island decorations, but they started to do more like
party rooms.
You go, you enter from a certain room and you load into new rooms.
They were using party rooms a lot.
Yeah, I guess it was easier rather than like, how do we turn this existing room into, you know?
But here's the thing:
Descendants party.
Usually the right side of the snow forts connects to the plaza, but in Monsters University party, it connected to a party room called the Fraternity Row.
Yeah,
which then connected to the plaza. I just find it weird that they plonked a room right in the middle.
Yeah, world building and lore wise, that didn't make any sense.
It did not make any sense. I also headcanon that none of the sponsored parties are canon.
Damn, that is a bold one. That is bold. Anyway, let's move on from that. The Teen Beach Movie Summer Jam. This was like, well, 2 to 3 parties to one. I say 2 to 3 because, yeah, there's also the Summer Party, Water Party kind of crossover to be in my head anyway.
Music Jam.
And the Music Jam.
I should actually say, when they originally announced this, they claimed it was a summer party, a water party, and a music jam rolled into one.
But they only did a water party once or twice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know water party and summer party is the same thing to me. Anyway, again, I remember being a kid and thought this movie was going to be released in cinemas. We didn't grow up with Disney because my parents were poor.
Disney Channel. Yeah.
Yes. So I was like, oh, when's it coming to the cinema? I could have watched it because I went to the Club Penguin. No, it didn't. It was a Disney original. But I think the coolest part, even if you weren't into the source material, was the highway and the
I was going to mention that.
Yep. Well, I'm first.
Right.
So yeah, kind of like the limo in a way, but it would be moving and you can stop off at different. I think it was better because you could stop off at multiple places. I can't remember where. You can maybe mention that.
Yeah.
But even if you didn't have a motorcycle, you could still just waddle along the road, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
And again, the highway return for the 10th anniversary party clearly popular. And you'd also have big mamas where there'll be like performances. They did that in a few music parties, but oh yeah, and also the Cove kept its design from this. So when the journey happened, they didn't redo the Cove, and the Cove actually took the design from this one and it stayed. But yeah, I think that's a fun combination. Anyway, your turn.
My turn.
Do you want to talk about the Teen Beach movie first?
Yeah, because it the highway was my favorite room there. Yeah, you could just like with the trains and the just like with the railways and the limo from the Hollywood party, you could stop off at different rooms. I think it was you could do the beach, the dock, the town, Snowfort Plaza, Forest, and dock.
That's a lot.
And Cove, sorry, in that order.
Yeah.
You just stop off there, and then yeah, if you had a car-like vehicle, even those from previous parties, you could drive on there, or if you didn't, you'd be waddling along. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it's such a fun, creative idea.
Yeah,
we definitely spent a lot of time there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But then also we have the Muppets World Tour. Now, Muppets. I think at the time Muppets were a big request for adding to Club Penguin. They did a whole little teaser video with Kermit playing the game, and yeah, I kind of love the Muppets in Club Penguin's 2D style. It's brilliant.
But on the 3D style, it's a bit creepy.
It's a bit creepy, yeah. Every room, because it says Muppets World Tour, every room on the island was decorated based on a different real-life location.
Which was kind of cool.
Yeah, there was. I think, so Plaza was the central location. It was based on New York. The stage was decorated like the Muppets Theatre, and it was locked out for the first 2 weeks of the party. Or was it first 2 weeks of the party while they prepared for the performance, and then you could watch the Muppets performance.
Well, basically the whole storyline was the Muppets wanted you to perform different like acts using different items, and then you were like rehearsing for the big show, even though you didn't really perform in the big show.
Yeah,
I don't
what
know.
The heck. I think the town was based on Great Britain.
Yes, correct.
With
Miss Piggy because Miss Piggy's clearly a British icon.
Oh yeah, they decorated the clothes shop into a museum
with King Charles because they
no, I don't think they had King Charles.
No, they had a portrait of freaking King Charles.
Right. And I remember if you could click on all of the crown jewels in the museum to steal them before Constantine does.
Oh yeah, and you could also got Constantine's background because that's the background I always wanted.
Yeah, and Kermit the Frog was a.
Oh, and he was creepy as fuck. Why did he walk like that? He was like some sort of monster you find in the forest.
I remember the ski village was based on Moscow, and the I think the beach was based on France.
Yes. Yeah, because the lighthouse was kind of like an Eiffel Tower.
And then there's also a party room, which was an airport.
I'm fucking frozen again. What is wrong with this machine today? Sorry, give me.
Closed down Discord.
Yes.
Have you closed it down on the system tray?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you can only do it on here.
Oh. Chotomate. No, I haven't.
Well, it'll help.
Discord does take up a lot of memory.
It sure does.
It's kind of concerning.
You need to turn off.
Oh, there I am. There I am. I'm back.
Anyway, off topic. What else can I say about this party? I guess.
I feel like I was going to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't remember what though. I don't. Oh, that was it. When I did my video on this, I stupidly called Fozzie Bear Yogi Bear.
No.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now, Music Jam 2014. While some might not say it's a sponsored party, it did feature real life acts.
And Violetta isn't a real person. That's her character name from the Disney show Violetta.
Oh yeah, of
What
course.
was it called,
But then also the Music Jam 2012. No, Make Your Mark Ultimate Jam featured characters from featured Rocky and Cece from the Disney Channel show Shake It Up.
Shall we mention the crazy thing?
Let's mention the crazy thing. So let me just say the acts there were Cadence, which is the original.
No, I don't think you're meant to. No, you're not mentioning the same thing as me.
Cadence and the Penguin Band. I'm getting onto it. So yeah, Cadence and the Penguin Band, which is original to Club Penguin. Coal Plant, DJ. Coal Plant. I don't know.
I low-key had a crush on him.
And Violetta from the Disney Channel show, and two other acts you probably recognise: Zendaya and Sabrina
freaking Carpenter when she was a teenager.
Before she
hit it big.
Hit it big, yeah.
But hit it big past
Before
Disney
she hit
big.
it big, she hit it on Club Penguin, which is insane.
No, the funny thing I'll mention is, so Zendaya played Rocky.
I think so.
In Shake It Up. So she was in the 2012 party as her character, but in this party as herself, but they're separate characters in Club Penguin.
Yeah, it's insane.
I never actually realised Zendaya did play her until I watched that video the other day.
I think I knew that, actually.
It's so what? Sabrina Carp, like, I showed some people at work that. I wonder what their reaction would be. I suppose I haven't told them. But I've told them Star Wars was in Club Penguin, but I haven't told them Sabrina Carpenter was in Club Penguin.
Sabrina Carpenter was in Club
Penguin. Everyone knows her now, like, past Disney fame, right? But that's wild.
Yeah, so, and not really relevant, but, I mean, it is kind of relevant, but as well as the usual Music Jam stuff, that year they introduced a music cruise, which was a music themed cruise, but on the top deck, what you could watch live performances from the 5 acts.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this was kind of the precursor of live concerts in other virtual world games such as Fortnite.
It absolutely was, because I was watching Greenhouse video and one of the people in that, well, you've seen it too, but one of the people was saying, oh, I now work on Fortnite, and I can tell you for a fact they were inspired by Club Penguin.
I feel like the Marshmallow concert in Fortnite was the quintessence, I think was the not the final evolution, but definitely the birthing place, not even the birthing place, but
place.
Basically, it's
I know what you mean.
I think it's the quintessential virtual live concert.
And we watch VTubers, and we are VTubers. Something's really bothering my way.
Yeah.
Why is Cadence putting that face?
I have no
I
idea.
hate it. Let's move on.
Just making a
Speaking of,
actually, can I?
Oh, you got the perfect transition.
I want to quickly say something. I want to give a dishonourable mention.
Dishonourable.
The
Descendants Party.
This was lame as hell.
Probably one of the worst. Oh, I keep freezing when I go out of the camera. That's the problem. I'm not zipping back. That's what's causing the issue. I need to stop ducking out of cringe.
Yeah, ducking out of cringe.
Give it a second. Hello.
Maybe move the camera.
Hello. I don't want to move it because I'll probably drop it.
Is the camera actually centered on you?
I can reset. That's not doing anything though.
Okay, maybe.
I'll zip back in a second, maybe.
Okay, let me try.
Oh, here I am. No, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Did it say like 0 FPS or something? Anyway, Descendants Party. It consisted of only 3 rooms.
No, you're oh, never mind.
Even though they acted like it was an island-wide party, it only consisted of 3 rooms.
Did they act like it was an island-wide party?
It had an interface. It had a dialogue box at the beginning of on login.
Well, that doesn't mean. But no, what bothered me is that they redid the mine outside, but they didn't actually have a place to put the actual mine building itself. They just made it a freaking trapdoor, and they did a bridge to the iceberg for some reason, which I didn't look like the iceberg at all.
Yeah, Is it Viagra Bar?
So I'm gonna start VC phase completely because it's really pissing. Do not press the button. Do not press the button. I'm gonna go away for a second, guys. Don't worry, I'm still here.
Ah, where have you gone?
Ah,
Ah,
ah.
what do I do now? Do I have to wing this whole thing, or
I'm still talking. That doesn't work. I need to move myself.
Yeah, you need to move yourself.
I am cardboard.
You are cardboard.
I am cardboard.
You are cardboard. Move.
Can I spring back to life?
Eventually you will, I think.
What the hell is wrong with you today?
I have no
Oh no, I'm back. I'm back. Right, are we done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Speaking of cadence, even though it was how long ago, I still haven't moved the window back properly. I'm a professional streamer. Just come over here.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, what's I saying? Speaking of cadence, my 3 favourite characters. I should try just Cadence first. I mentioned her.
Yeah, go on.
So Cadence was cool. She was a DJ. I always liked her voice actors, to be honest. And I recently learned that her voice actor in the Club Penguin like little movie animated stop motion shorts was actually the same voice actor that voiced Jessie, female Jessie, in Minecraft Story Mode. So that's cool. And she voiced some Star Wars character. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about Cadence. She's just cool. And she invited all these fun people to the island. Yay!
Yay!
Anyway, Rookie was my favourite character because he was silly and totally neurodivergent, autistic. Yeah. And I just like the antics he gets up to. And again, I liked voice Club Penguin Island. We aren't talking about Club Penguin Island because they're basically the same characters. So you know, I guess we can talk about him on Club Penguin Island too. He was cute in Club Penguin Island, like his blonde hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just found him relatable, you know. And then Gary the Gadget Guy. I don't have a story for Gary the Gadget Guy. Medieval Prodigy 2012. I just happened to walk into the ski village in on a random server, and out the other side came Gary the Gadget Guy, and followed by a load of people. And I was very excited because this is my first time I came across a mascot in Club Penguin, and it's completely by chance. I never really used to read the blog and take in when mascots would be coming at that point. That's another core memory. Stop playing with stuff. But I don't know. Again, I just like his chaotic fun energy. He's an inventor. I never super into science at school, but I know I liked his fun inventions, how he interacted with Herbert. I'll sort of say, to be honest. Your turn.
Okay. I do.
Reminds me of me. I never read this slide.
Reminds me of me because Gary the Gadget Guy is nerdy.
True.
And
he is.
Oh god, I just realised the nerdy and sometimes intelligence one.
Yeah, you're bound to. This was one of the last slides you had to make. I was rushing you.
Yeah, you certainly were rushing me. But yeah, Gary the Gadget Guy is my favourite mascot.
Gary the Gadget Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I have a memory about Cadence I've got to mention.
I have a memory about Rockhopper.
We didn't put Rockhopper on here.
I just... Okay, wow.
Okay, Cadence. So there are a couple of times I love Cadence so much I wanted to be her. I wanted to be her, guys. So I had 2 stories actually. I have a memory of me and my sisters at my dad's flat doing a music for the Pie Starts Now. That was fun. We used his recording software on his laptop to do it. It was so, I wish I still had the recording. And then I have another memory where I pretended to be Cadence to do an interview with my friend, and I sung, I think it was Cool in the Cold, and his mum was next door listening, and she was like, "Oh, that was really nice. What were you singing?" And I felt a bit embarrassed.
Yeah, I imagine you would have been.
But I still did it. I still knew she was in the room.
I feel like that would have been a precursor to your I'm a Mod video.
Yeah. Moving on.
Anyway, moving on. Then we've got Aunt Arctic, who's I guess the de facto
nice character.
Nice character, yeah.
Mummy. No, she wasn't really mummy.
Aunt.
But, yeah, Aunt. You can't say Aunt in a voice like that.
She was obviously made for the Club Penguin Times paper because I think Aunt Arctic was based on Agony Aunts.
Yeah, and also Aunt Arctic Antarctica.
Because she did an Ask Aunt Arctic thing.
Mm.
Uh, of course, she also doubles up as the director of the PSA.
I
And
kind
the
of say something. For anyone with a secret side, makes it sound like she's secretly a drug dealer.
But yeah, after much speculation, she was revealed to be the director at Operation Blackout at the
Yep.
end of it.
Well, meant to be.
PH
I love how Australia's a
Stands
point for liking her.
stands for Puffle Handler. She loves Puffles and is Australian.
And her real name is Paige.
Her real name is Paige, and she says good day.
I like Australians.
One thing I've just noticed is that Cadence is the only penguin who wears shoes.
What, like mascot?
Yeah, at least from here.
I think so.
I'll have to check, but
Rockhopper, you mentioned Rockhopper?
oh yeah, I was gonna say that Rockhopper was the first mascot that I met completely by chance.
Do you remember anything else? Do you remember the story?
All I remember is me going into the dock and then suddenly bling.
That's happened to me, Gary.
Yes.
Do you remember which party
when it was the first? I think it was a holiday party.
You're shouting a bit too much, by the way.
I think it was the holiday. It was a holiday party.
Nice.
When the stamps were released, if you met a mascot for the first time, that would be your indication that you're in a.
It gave you some sort of rush, like if it's definitely by surprise.
I hear bling, and you go, oh, what's going on?
It made my heart drop. I do remember though, my sisters met Rookie at the fair 2012, and they didn't get the stamp, and I should have been a good big sibling and like email Club Penguin, but I wasn't going to email it. I should have told my mum. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I regret not getting it for them. I feel bad. Anyway. Yeah. Should we move on?
Hang on. No, I'm
okay.
Still have. I think I just remember Rockhopper saying something and then walking into the town.
Okay.
What else was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna talk about quickly mention about the stamps. When they first released, I logged into the game when they first released, and I saw, and immediately when I logged in, it went bling bling. I immediately got the stamp for logging in for 150 days and the stamp for logging in for 365 days.
Did you know it was going to be a thing? Did it really scare you?
I don't know. I didn't know that stamps were a thing.
So you got on and you're like, what the hell was this?
Yeah, and I didn't know stamps were a thing until I saw those notifications.
2010, I think, because they were introduced.
They're kind of like achievements in Club Penguin.
Well, yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, top 3 songs. I regret not putting I'm in Mod. Why did I not put I'm in Mod?
Does it count?
Yeah, it's a song. It's in the list on the wiki. As I alluded to previously, Go Just Wanna Dance is my favourite Club Penguin song. It is an absolute banger. It does make me want to dance. And it really gets me for Halloween. I end up singing it every year, as you know. But yeah, it's really catchy. Like I don't want to sing it too much because
don't.
You're glad because I don't lap over the music. But yeah, it was I don't know. It's just like the lyrics are fun, and it links in the party because first you gotta find the key, and it's just such a fun dynamic song. Puffle Party Gotta Have a Wingman. That's a stupid name for a song. Why is it not just Gotta Have a Wingman? Because Puffles are great. Also, when I was this age, like this, everyone can call what? When I was 13, the song released, I didn't know what a wingman was. And in fact, I don't know how a kid was supposed to know what a wingman was. I think I only knew when it was mentioned Dive Wimpy Kid.
I think I learned a number of terms that we use in everyday life from Club Penguin.
Thank Club Penguin teaches English, our first language is English.
Yeah.
It's always really cool to me. I hear that some people like learn English through Club Penguin. Like it's a second language.
I was gonna say, Teen Beach Movie. Even though I think the average player, even though I think the target audience for Club Penguin was like 6 to 12-year-olds.
Yeah, but it was called Teen Beach because they were teenagers in the show,
But
or the
still,
movie rather.
I'm pretty sure
Um,
the Teen Beach movie had a higher target demographic.
Anyway,
Anyway.
the Gathering Man released when the Puffle Party 2013 was around, and then the Puffle Hotel launched. And I like Stomping Bob an awful lot. Maybe I had a low-key crush on Stomping Bob. He was cool. I liked his voice. I'm sad he never really showed up in any other song much. And just the way they flung the puff around was funny.
I've just noticed that Stomping Bob's wearing the bling bling necklace.
That is true. He is wearing the bling bling necklace. And I also wanted to give a special shout out to Orson to Be Rare because it is underrated, and the Puffle Glitter Pants is fruity ass Puffle. This was kind of to promote the Puff. What's it called?
The Puffle Wild app.
The Puffle Wild app, which no one cared about.
It was
the song was fun.
It was a match-free game where you could earn exclusive Puffle creatures, including the unicorn Puffle.
Yes.
And then it was eventually shut down, and the Puffle creatures were eventually made available on regular Club Penguin web.
Yes, I zoned out.
Yeah,
but it's an underrated song. But I low-key feel like I should have put "I'm a Mod" here. I've fucking frozen it. I'm gonna leave it now. Why don't I put "I'm a Mod" here?
Actually, let me try something.
Try what?
Let me try.
Do you want to go to loading screen? While you
No. You can keep talking.
I finished what I was saying. I think.
Okay.
And I could have wrapped "I'm a Mod" again.
No, that we don't have time for that.
Oh, I'm back. I'm moving again.
That. I think that'll work. Whoops, that showed the thing anyway. Moving on.
Your turn.
My turn.
No, you were indecisive as hell on this slide.
As hell because I don't really. I don't know. I don't know how to say this. I don't really like the songs that much.
Because they're too Disney for you.
Probably, yeah. It's just pretty alienating, I guess.
Damn, that got deep. What?
Okay. Let me just say that.
Look, it's a strawberry.
Let me just say that, although I warmed up to it a little bit, voice acting in Club Penguin felt like felt so weird.
Controversial.
It just felt weird. I mean, I warmed up to it, but it was so weird.
Exaggerated?
No, it was so weird to hear characters from Club Penguin speak.
I guess you've been around longer than me. Because let's be real. So I started like Past Starts Now was the first kind of song, right? And that released long after I started playing. But they had animated shorts before then.
Yeah, because the first ever animated short was Never Wake a Sleeping Sensei. And hearing penguins talk for the first time was so strange. Anyway, Herbert style. This wasn't a lyrical song, but it was basically released during Operation Blackout as Herbert's victory dance / song.
And it totally wasn't inspired by Gangnam Style.
I think it was basically it was. You can clearly hear that it was inspired by Gangnam Style.
Obviously without copyright.
It uses very similar
notes.
Very similar melodies.
Yeah.
It was obviously inspired. You could yeah. Anyway.
I would have included Herbert Star, but I prefer the ones with lyrics, so it kind of lessened it for me because it was just music and it was a bit too similar to Gangnam Style. But I do love Gangnam Style.
Yeah, Gangnam Style was everywhere, so we were like, let's make our own version. And so there it is. And
it was just funny to see Herbert doing this dance in all these locations, including real life. Like when the lifts open the Club Penguin office and he's there.
Yeah.
And then Billy Bob on the catwalk and he's there. Like he's just everywhere. He's
obviously doing the Gangnam Style dance.
And this image is from a short with Herbert in, but he's just been replaced by this Gangnam Style version of him. It's funny.
Yeah.
So the music video definitely better than the song.
Yeah. Maybe. Honorable mention, Dubstep Puffle.
Yes, I was thinking about that. No, actually, no, I was thinking of Puffle Chicken. Chicken Puffle, whatever it's called.
I don't know. Anyway.
You don't remember it? Medieval Party.
Anyway, I feel like... Anyway, I feel like Dubstep... I feel like Dubstep Puffle and Herbert Style was created more as responses to musical trends at the time.
Yeah, that dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, even though probably a little of their target audience knew what dubstep was at the time. Dubstep was at the time.
But I jammed a bit. I was like, I like this dubstep stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. It was pretty difficult to choose some of my favorite lyrical songs. But eventually I went with 2 here. We've got, let's go start with Party in My Iggy, which was released to promote igloos in the Club Penguin app. As you can see, the penguins look a bit weird because in the Club Penguin app they use completely different 3D models. I know, I just find it a bit catchy, that song, I guess.
It's gonna be a biggie. This is a part of my Iggy.
And Iggy, of course, they knew that it was a slang term among penguins.
I have a story about part of my Iggy. I'm gonna go sweet though. So something else.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, sweet. So at my secondary school, we often did this thing. We had to like create a art piece using a household object. And I was giant Vaseline tub. And I thought, what can I do this giant Vaseline tub thing? It's all up a little Vaselines in. And I was like, oh my god, I can make an igloo and name the piece Part of My Iggy, because this song had released, I think, that year. So I recreated my Club Penguin igloo and had like a dance floor used with card that I guess my mum helped me with, and then I printed out Club Penguin items and stuck them on, so they kind of like poked out. And I think people in my class liked it, but I think they're also thinking, you still play Club Penguin? How fucking old are you? In year 9.
I was gonna ask
14.
how many people would understand the reference.
I think I had to explain it to a few people, annoyingly. But yeah. Anyway, Cool in the Cold.
Cool in the Cold.
I hate the cold.
Was released after... I guess Cool in the Cold was released after Operation Blackout during the Holiday Party 2012. And it was basic. It's kind of like... It feels like it was a... not a victory song, but a relaxed song.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, it's not a victory song, but
But it's like, we're all happy now.
We're all happy now. We're yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
That's just one of the memes.
It's just a feel-good song, I guess. It's just...
And about giving to charity. We're giving coins for change.
I'm pretty sure there was only one mention of that, but whatever.
Oh, shush.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, we're getting towards the end of the classic Club Penguin bit. I'm already another sweet. What am I like? So I want to ask the question Angels or Ninjas, because they're both like the biggest kind of groups, I guess, in Club Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh for God's sake, what am I eating? Say something funny. 2. I should have asked what your favourite emoji was. But I never really used the shortcuts.
I only used the shortcuts. I didn't know any of the emoji shortcuts, but I did use the shortcuts for dancing and waving and throwing snow. Was the throwing snowball. I just go click, click, click,
which is funny because T is chat in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Shit. It's very chewy sweets. They're like wine gums. They're not wine gums. They're Haribo whatevers. Fruitalicious, when they're called.
Anyway, I feel like Agents and Ninjas were the two big things that Billy Bob wanted to add into Club Penguin before he left.
Oh, really? Anyway, I've started my sweet now. So I think Ninjas just takes it for me, but not by much. And probably my friend would say the same, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's just the elemental system, was really cool, and also the lore, which is why I put a picture of Tusk. Even though Rookie and Gary are like agents, I didn't really pay the PSA missions or care about them, because it kind of mostly happened after I joined. But Cardiff Snow happened, and the story of Tusk was really fun. I like how it's animated, and I like learning more about Sensei. I spent more time playing Cardiff, so I lean closer to that. And if you remember, I don't want to go all the way back, but like my penguin did wear like the amulet, because I really wanted to show off that
the amulet, yeah.
It was really cool seeing all the elements on the amulet. And not everyone had all three elements, to be honest. It's kind of rarity to see. Some people literally walked around with none. And I was like, what are you doing? But I don't know, Tusk a really cool boss. I mean, look how cool he looks. I don't really know what else to say. I just really like Ninja Small. What about you?
Okay, I will say,
I can't go, what about you? Move on and you talk to how
I will say, the whole Tusk thing feels a bit not retrospective, but retrospective, because I guess they wanted to add a villain for the sensei. They wanted to add a villain for the ninja's part, and act as if it was always there. It's a bit weird.
I mean, not really, because it could give a detailed background story. Because if he was an existing one and they acted like it, he wouldn't have given any background at all.
But I feel like the Kajitsu saga was unfinished, because it feels like they're just animating storyboards and sketches.
Yeah, but also like traditional Japanese, like I mean, they could have read the Japanese Star Wars, to be honest. But
perhaps. And
also the art style, I remember, in the beta test, they had a little illustration. It was kind of in the same style as that.
Oh, yeah. Could have been.
I'll reset my model again. Okay.
Anyway, I prefer agents, actually. Not only for the high-tech aesthetic, but also for the missions that require puzzle solving and ingenuity.
And obviously, I'm not good at. Actually, not really good at puzzles, am I?
And made it feel like you were the protagonist of the game. I'll get onto that, but here's the thing.
Oh no, you're about to get serious. You clapped. One. No.
One. I did not know the PSA existed. My therefore my.
No, you played Club in the time, but so what do you think that building was?
What building?
The what wasn't Everyday Training Facility back then? What was it?
It was the sports shop.
The sports shop. What do you think?
It had a purpose other than being the.
Wait, how did you get into the PSA?
You had basically to get into the PSA, you had to click on the moderator badge, which opened up a pop-up to explaining what moderators are, and then there was a button to take a secret agent test.
So you didn't know that. You didn't know the moderator badge. You never clicked on that.
No, basically, the PSA was a bigger deal than the EPA. Then they made the EPA. Basically, the PSA was sort of like the tour guide. Also, like the tour guides, they wanted it to be an actual thing. PSA was supposed to help keep Club Penguin safe from by reporting bad actors.
Yeah.
I mean, cool, but I feel like you should leave that to the professionals, to the moderators, to actually deal with that. So therefore, the EPF moved away from that and towards actual storyline aspects. Anyway, more to the point, because I didn't play, because I didn't join the PSA and then joined the EPF instead, my initial exposure to the PSA missions were through the VR room in the EPF headquarters. You could play the old EPF PSA missions there, and I enjoyed them. They were like point and click adventure games.
I was lazy and looked up a YouTube tutorial.
I mean, some parts were difficult, but I know I just kind of liked him. And yeah, basically, I would say that the PSA and EPF. Why did I write the PSA and EPF missions basically formed the basis of this entire storyline of Club Penguin. They were the meat and the bread of the game's storyline. I feel like most characters had ties with the PSA and EPF.
Yeah. If not, I guess Cadence was the only one who didn't. Papa Handler,
Copper, Sensei.
Oh yeah, true. Quite a few actually. I think it's about half and half.
Gary, Jetpack Guy, Rookie,
Rory
PH. has appeared in PSA missions.
Also the games. I owned the first like
The DS games, that is.
Yeah. I owned the first like Elite Penguin Force game, but barely played it because I wasn't really interested. I was like, this isn't just the game. Why'd I be playing this? Although I did play a little bit of Game Day. But you, on the other hand, definitely played more of the DS games than me.
I think you should give the DS games a try.
I should stream them if I can. If not,
we'll
I'll just play it.
We'll figure something out.
Anyway,
done? I'm done. Yeah.
What do you miss the most? I hate how I asked myself this question because it was tricky. But you know, I feel like it's its anniversary. We have to. We have to ask it. I really just love going through the cycle of, you know, 1 week it's Nickelodeon catalogue, and then it's the furniture catalogue, and then the party's happening. Like, I love the little cycle and how it all interconnected, and you had that lead up to the party, and even like the party prep, like, you know, the meteor falling, like, you know, and landing before the Marvel party, like all that like little like lore building and the stories that happened. I wasn't like super duper into it growing up, but I mean, thinking about it more recently, you know, this past week, they really created a great world. I mean, it did fall a bit apart the sponsor parties, and they kind of let it go a bit, but obviously layoffs and stuff happened, and Club Penguin Island preparation happened, so whatever. But it just was so cool, like, and also the fact that my first party was Rock Hopper's Quest, and you built that beacon.
Oh yeah,
and that Quest. Beacon from then right until close down, that you could see it through the telescope. From our Club Penguin beacon, you could see Rockhopper's Island beacon, and that was cool.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that, and obviously, you know, the community and all the parties we made ourselves. But yeah, I just think the world around me and everything happening. It's like, oh, new parties happening, looking forward to it, and you knew it was happening once a month. Apart from they started to, and then everyone went back, and then they got a bit too obsessed with it, and then some parties went on for like a month, and it got a bit ridiculous. But you know, just that whole thing happening. You?
Yes. I also loved the parties. It was just something new every month. It kept the game fresh. It kept it.
I've actually read the slide since you finished it.
It kept it feeling stale. It kept it feeling stale, basically. Yeah. I guess you could say that they tried doing the same thing with other live service games such as Fortnite, having different events and themed seasons. It just isn't the same, you know. Don't know why, it just isn't the same. And also I loved visiting the decorated igloos. The igloo customization was there was a lot you could do with it, basically. Lots of people turn them into different rooms. It was brilliant.
The best thing was when they had the ability to remove the actual igloo structure itself.
Oh yeah.
And you just had the open space. People were so damn creative with that thing.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the best things they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, visiting each other's igloos and exploring what other people could do gave you just inspiration for your own igloos. And well, I don't want Club Penguin Island later, but it got better even then.
Yeah. So yeah. Also, it was just familiarity, getting to know the island and the characters. It's just
a comfort.
It's a comfort, yeah. I guess
it was.
It was a comfort. You knew who they were. You knew the island inside out. It was just.
And it was fun to explore whenever they changed it or added a part.
Yeah.
I like your thing at the end. No game since this replicated the same magic.
I was going to say
Disney, no.
I was going to say that line, but yeah, there you go.
Oh, sorry.
Oh well.
You can say it as if I never said it. Go on.
Yeah, I was going to say I also liked interacting. I also miss interacting with the Penguin community. No game since has replicated the same magic.
Magic. You said it better than me.
Yeah.
I don't really interact with many people until I joined Twitter, and that was like in 2015.
Yeah.
But, let's not forget Club Penguin. What were you matching?
I was going to say. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's not forget Club Penguin. Whatever.
What were you going to say? Stop saying.
I was going to say let's take a quick break.
Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to Club Penguin Island, and I will bitch. All right.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Hello, we are back.
Hello.
Hello. I say it like that. Check the doors closed properly. Anyway, I'm gonna bitch for a little bit Club Penguin Island, or at least the reaction to it. So yeah, as we know, there's a point where the classic Club Penguin started to wind down and not to be as good. But also the team we're working on, well, not all the team, but like a lot of, you know, people want to work on Project Super Secret. And I remember when they dropped and announced what Project Super Secret was, there was so much fun and circulation going on. It was a great day. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people who, I feel like a lot of these people who haven't bothered with Club Penguin in a number of years started, you know, started hating this because they're like, oh my god, what have they done to Club Penguin? The thing is, this was a good game because like it expanded upon stuff that Flash Classic Club Penguin couldn't do in like 2D. Like, I said, one of my favorite things was like igloos. Like there was a complete 3D environment for you to create your igloo in. That was so cool. And I really like the clothing customizer. We'll get onto more stuff later, but I do wonder what would have happened if, well, first of all, if they'd done this a few years later, like they had shut Club Penguin down, had a gap, then released this game. That probably would have had a bad reaction because people would be like, well, they were rebooting Club Penguin, but it's this, ew.
Yeah.
But then I also wonder what happened if they had gone away from the Club Penguin IP and it was just made by the old Club Penguin people and they made something new.
Maybe using a different, maybe using an existing IP.
Well, no, probably the original IP, which I think they were possibly trying to do something like that. I've heard.
I mean, there's stuff like World of Cars Online. Yeah,
I know, but like, I don't think I would have played that. I'd be more interested in playing an original, like, because obviously, you know, they wanted to, you know, try to bring the people who play Club Penguin across. And this is the thing with me. So I didn't play Club Penguin Island at first, not because I didn't want to. I really wanted to, but I didn't have a phone that could have run this game. My dad were like, "Oh, well, I'll get you a Windows phone. It's cheaper." So for years, I didn't have an actual phone that could. Yeah, I know. When they announced they're going to discontinue Windows phones, like, ha, dad, ha. Anyway, so I can play this game, and I had to, if I wanted my Club Penguin experience, I had to play on private servers with different people who I didn't play Club Penguin with. I kind of felt isolated from my friends. And I remember the day when they announced Club Penguin Island was coming to desktop. That was amazing. I was like, oh my god, I can finally play on my friends again. I missed you so much.
I feel like a desktop client for Club Penguin Island wouldn't have been made if it weren't for public outcry.
Yeah. Although I remember it was a bit buggy. For example, there was the puzzles and the adventures. It wouldn't work. And I actually used a touchscreen on my laptop to get to work. And I remember tweeting Joe and was like, hey, there's this bug. I think I did email them. I can't remember, but he actually helped get it fixed.
It was clear.
He passed it on.
It was clear from the desktop version that a lot of aspects of the game were originally made for a portrait mobile device.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely was happy to be playing Club Penguin Island. And then my time playing Club Penguin Private Server started to drop. Unfortunately, the game wasn't around for long, but I get if you played it and didn't like it, but those are people who straight out hate it because it wasn't classic Club Penguin. It's like, just to say that this exists, like, so again, like, you haven't played Club Penguin for years. Do you actually care, or are you just being a pain in the ass? I hope those people now realise how of a pain they were being and realise, you know, they should have grown up a bit. And
apparently Sugar's saying that the version of Unity that the game runs on is very outdated.
Yeah, well, it was
outdated
laggy
at the time. Maybe
I remember I did a few videos on Club Penguin Island and it was so laggy. Let's just get into it. That's enough.
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, Club Penguin Island. I'm going to explain a bit more when I do this, just in case people don't know. Club Penguin Island had what they called zones instead of, zones instead of. I guess Unity's always updating. Anyway, zones instead of rooms. But yeah, my fate was Beacon Bork. It's very difficult between Beacon Bork and Island Central, but I think Beacon Bork had a little bit more going on. You can continue and jump at any time because you put the same thing.
Because I put the same thing.
You put Beacon Bork too. But you had the Welcome Plaza, which rotated between like the trampoline, the disco floor.
Oh yeah.
And like the beach balls were falling and stuff. There was lots of fun happening there. And then you had like the water area, which you can swim around. Swimming was fun. did the little like boosts, and like the migrator was there, which was fun to see in 3D. And then also, well, later on you had Potato Island. I included like the main zones. I didn't include any of like the side like room type things. Yeah, the hub, the border was the real hub.
Yeah.
Oh, the little picnic area too, and the zip line. You know, there was so much fun, and the slides if you have the tube and went down, and yeah, and it was your starting point as well. I don't know if you had anything else to say.
Well, I was just gonna say like dancing in the middle and tubing around the lake, as it says there. I feel like I don't know. I feel the low amount of zones feel a bit weird. Not weird, but
I'm sure they would have added more if they
feels a bit empty. But then again, all of this was 3D models, which takes longer than drawing.
And it was so
drawing in 2D.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Like Club Penguin was very limited on space, where this was just fun to go, and it felt so. The scope felt big. It really felt like you were really in the world.
Yeah,
you know?
One could say that one zone could be made out of multiple rooms in regular Club Penguin. For example, the migrator would have been a separate room on its own.
So that's the thing. You had like migrator 1, 2, 3, like 2 for the water. I'm trying to explain for people who not you, who are people watching the stream.
Yeah.
You had this water area. You had the picnic area would have been another one. The kind of trampoline central spot would be another. The food track will be one. I lost count. And the changing rooms will be one.
Probably. Point is, with these zones, they were able to fit much more. They were able to fit much more than they could into one 2D room, which is probably why there was so little of them. There are only 5 regularly accessible rooms.
I don't know if we can continue on making a split again.
That's wrong. If you count the box dimension.
Yeah, which I said was
a bit hidden, but
it was a bit better than in Classic, because Classic you had nothing to do, whereas in Island you had a few zip lines at least.
A few zip. You still had nothing to do there. So anyway, moving on.
Favorite game? Atop the Disney shop. Yeah. Again, it was quite close between this and the dance one.
The dance contest. Team dance contest.
Team dance contest. Because you gotta make sure it was you gotta have the word team in it. It's a team this time, guys. But yeah, I mean, tube racing. So there were 2 tracks. One definitely a little bit better than the other, but they're again a lot better than Classic Club Penguin sled racing. That was boring. At least you could bounce with each other, and it really worked well with the 3D environment. And I just like how, you know, before the race starts, you're bunched up together and I'm like pushing pressure, or you're like pile up. If there's a lot of you, you'll be like stacking up. It was really fun. And then, you know, you'd finish the race, you get to the bottom little pit area, and then you got them out and again for another one. I just remember doing that with a big party, and it was so good. Yeah, the problem with the sea caves is I had another glitch. I think that's the one I contacted you about, actually. There was a glitch on desktop where you couldn't get, like, past, like, the first, like, little... You couldn't get much past the water. The first little, like, shooty... like bubbles bit, you couldn't. I couldn't really go far in the sea caves because of the glitch. You kind of got stuck on a float and you couldn't move.
Oh yeah, Fossil 4.
But yeah, sorry, we're going off topic. But yeah, tube racing, the most fun, I think. And also, I'm not very good at memory games. That's why Team Dance Battle didn't win for me. But
yeah, fair enough.
And yours is also tube related.
Yes, Tilto Tube. It was basically baby's first King of the Hill. That's all I need to say.
Yeah, it was fun, and I just like, you know, shooting up and bouncing on them.
I will give second favourite to Team Dance Contest.
Yeah,
I played that a lot, I think.
Yeah, it was also funny when the penguins messed up and they like face palmed.
Yeah, I can't show it here, but yeah.
Favorite adventure.
Oh, the adventure.
So yeah, I rewatched my Things You Didn't Know series, and I kind of like Cadence's the most. Well, I like Cadence's character. I just also like the interactions like Dot and Roy. Roy was so great in Club Penguin Island.
Oh yeah.
I liked his personality. And then you had that boss battle at the end when you were shooting the cannons. I know maybe just because I like my Phoenician notes in this, and I just called it EastEnders. I don't know, but I like that one. So I didn't pick Antarctic because I remember recording it, but I never upload the Phoenician notes on it, and I don't know, it just doesn't stick as one in my memory. But for you, it does. Thank you, Sugar, for the picture. I put your picture in last moment.
Yeah, here
and
it is. Woo!
It is better quality than what I originally had. So there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for taking that for us. But yeah, Antarctic's adventures were reminiscent of the EPF missions, especially the Chapter 2 missions. Yeah, I should probably take some pictures like that. Anyway, they're reminiscent of the EPF missions, so of course that's why I like them. Herbert P. Bear returned with a, well,
I like his coat and his eyebrows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he actually has clothes now.
Which makes sense because he wants to be warm, right? So why was he naked in...
Yeah.
He could have even had a Hawaiian shirt in Classic. Like, come on. Why are they redesigning him with, like, no...
I feel like if they put in a Hawaiian shirt, it would look more like... It would have design parallels with Rookie.
Oh, yeah.
Who also had a Hawaiian
But in
shirt.
Club Penguin Island, you know, he had no excuse giving him Hawaiian shirt. But there we go. He looked cozy anyway. So
yeah, he's got a...
He looks more villainous, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Though I'll say the stakes were a little bit lower because it wasn't black and...
It wasn't black.
It wasn't black, and you could do the adventures at any time you'd like.
It wasn't as daunting as Operation Blackout.
No. A big huggable grump. As it says there, protecting the island has higher stakes than finding ancient treasure or organizing a concert.
Wow.
Or even, you know, trying to get a mountain as Piccadilly, or even climbing the summit of Mount Blizzard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I combine this all as one, obviously. Why is the picture so bad? Like, why is it fuzzy around the peg? Favourite blueprint, fabric and decal, which we realised was a hard and very stupid idea to do. First for the Ruggadores, but my favourite blueprint because I really got into dungarees. I thought the penguin models coming in Ireland are really cute with dungarees. So I had a few outfits that, had dungarees. They look nice, okay, and I like the layers you could do and stuff. I just love the clothing made Club Penguin Island. One of my favourite things. I just like look. I was looking for the picture recently. I had all my outfits, and I was just like, this was so much fun. And if I still had all my Club Penguin Island stuff set up, I could just hop into it and just do that more often. Fabric was hard. I had to look at some of my old outfits and just pick which one I like the look of my penguin and my outfits. I went for the teal blue because it's a cool blue grade. It was quite close between this, the rainbow one, and the galaxy one. And then for decal, again, it was quite hard, but I had an outfit where I had the fluffy on. It's kind of like a graffiti spray print, urban, cool. I love just the different categories there were. Oh yeah, and I like the Klaus fabric as well. I like the rainbow ones. There's just too much I like, and there's a long list. It was hard, okay? Your turn.
Yeah, there was a long list. For favorite blueprint, I put the flow, which yes, it's one of the wig options that you get from the start of the game, but I don't know, it's it's flowy hair, it's long hair, I like long hair. For favorite fabric, I put down Galaxy because I love my starry skies and nebulas. I don't know why you decided to do this because all the fabrics and decals came in packs. It would probably be good to do like favorite decal pack or favorite fabric pack or something. I don't know.
Probably should have.
And as you can see, I put the level badge because I don't know, it looks cool. I guess there was stuff like zippers and belt buckles and food emojis that I could have done. I don't know. It was so difficult to choose just one. Could have done like top 3 fabrics or top 3.
Sugar, prove it. I don't believe you.
Decals.
I like the ones that kind of had texture and kind of made the outfit look a bit different, like the zip. it was just so fun. And like you could even have like a multiplier thing. Why do people overlook this? Like, people love clothing customizers in games. Why do people shit on this? I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure they liked piecing together outfits rather than making their own outfit, making their own clothes. I feel like.
Well, you have to make it from scratch. The blueprints are for.
And also the catalog.
Yeah, but I know people's stuff was cool. And then I put these three together. Of course, makes sense.
Oh,
Moved on now.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out something from Classic Club Penguin. The catalogs were a very cool way of
Didn't see that.
Yeah, the catalogs were a very cool way of diegetically purchasing items. Instead of most games where it's just a menu, a list of items that you can buy, you could actually see designs of the items. Mostly, you could see the designs of the items. It looks like you are actually flipping through a catalog and picking out items to buy. It was so cool.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that.
Right. So I put these few together, which the Club Penguin wiki has bad quality images. So favorite gear for me was the guitar. It had to be an instrument. But I've always kind of liked guitars as a cool instrument. I mean, why would you not want to have a mixed in guitar and a keyboard? It's cool. I guess Playful also helped with that. I always not in the original either, but something having. Yeah, it was expressive. I was looking for the supplies, and I was like, the hydro hydrant was so cool because we used it to like get to high up places on top of buildings we weren't supposed to reach. It was so useful. I don't really know what else. I guess they just intended it for a bit of fun and you fly up in the sky a bit, but we were creative with it. Yeah, Hydrant and Tubing made the game. It was so fun just to explore and like break the game and that. You just couldn't do that Classic Club Penguin apart from that glitch you can walk on
I guess the lack of QA testing was both a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. And of course, the Mallet Duck, because Duck. When they announced this, I was so happy on Twitter. I'm like, oh my god, my name's Duck 70 videos, just got to Duck. There probably were other cooler ones, but this was like this Tubes for me. Like, yeah, Tubes is such a good idea. Like, I'm glad they put that in because it just works so well with the game. Like,
Yeah.
And for you?
And for me, I put dancing as my favorite gear, mainly because it was my most used and dancing.
It is funny that it's a gear, but yeah,
it is a gear, but
they didn't have a separate dance button like in Classic.
Yeah, so. They didn't have like actions. You couldn't wave. Actually, the only real action you could do was throw a snowball.
What about Check It?
Those are like secret. Those are like chat. Those are like quick chat phrases that had animations. Anyway, dancing. They had 3 different dance moves.
Wasn't there like a backflip?
Oh crap! I just realised something. We didn't change the pizza box.
Oh yeah, you didn't tell me you did that.
Damn it! But yeah,
That's a funny looking firework.
Okay, so originally I put so throughout this whole presentation
you kept changing your mind.
Mainly I kept changing my mind.
I never changed my mind.
I originally put down pizza slice / large pizza because pizza. But then I decided to choose the Fireworks XL because I just like purchasing fireworks, putting them down.
I also liked the party bombs that you threw up and you got coins. That was always a fun time.
Oh yeah, those were fun. Actually, I think my fireworks obsession from Club Penguin Island made its way over to Minecraft because I was using the party popper at Cubed a few weeks ago. I was using the party popper and the fireworks gadgets.
Yeah, but also you use fireworks to fly with a light truck. Well, wrong game here. Focus back on CPI.
Okay, favorite tube expedition. It was a reward from. Well, it was used in one of the Antarctic adventures to visit Herbert's base, and it's a techie themed tube. What's not to love?
There seems to be a theme going on with your answers.
It feels less of a tube and more of a vehicle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot more detail than the other ones. Like you probably sit inside a vehicle there. Anyway,
by the way, you were talking about you were talking about how low quality the images were. There were probably images that were just pulled from the game's files.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like you're giving me a spoiler sneak peek. Move on. Favorite furniture. I decided to mostly look at like the interactable furniture because that's where it was at in CPI. Because obviously in classic you animated stuff, but there was nothing much you can interact with apart from like the box dimension portal. But yeah. I loved igloos in this game. It's so fun to visit them. So fun to like explore, and it was so much more fun to like. I feel like there wasn't much really to hang out with in classic, and oh, I have so many good memories. So obviously I mentioned the hydrant, which made it easy to traverse. But for igloos, you could use teleporter pads. It's really cool. You could like link them. Yeah, genius. You could link them up with different numbers and go different places. You could have multiple in your igloo, and it means you could get up to places like you could make like a box, and it is like you had to find like the teleporter to go to. It was so ingenious and like the best items they added. It really changed igloo. Yeah.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the warp pipes from Animal Crossing New Horizons.
That is very true.
Even though the warp pipes were very unpredictable, there was only one type. And if you placed like more than 2, you would go to a random one. That was annoying.
Yeah, but this was just clever the way they did it. Yeah, I miss your Christian Super Show Brooks, the classic Club Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could spend hours just doing that on parties. That was always the best part of hanging out. And for you?
For me, I also deliberated a lot, but I think the vending machine is my favorite. It's another interactable which you could use to purchase almost every type of party supply.
It was handy.
It was very handy because you didn't have to leave the igloo to get party supplies if you ran out. I also like all the diner related items.
Yeah, you really wanted to put that in there.
Yeah, I really wanted to put that in there, but I had to choose one, so there it is.
And also, I swear this vending machine wasn't even that expensive. It was under 100 coins,
I think it was like 40 coins.
That's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about events, which obviously there wasn't too many in Club Penguin Island.
There's a bug that gives you the ability to teleport by pressing the action button.
Teleport where?
What? Like anywhere.
Oh.
Or you couldn't sit on rabbit.
So it's really weird because the medieval party had a named like year, but there was only ever one. They were clearly planning to have more.
I don't think it was actually officially number yeared, but I think the Club Penguin Wiki.
Okay, well, I guess because they wanted to make sure it was different from the other years and have its own year too. But again, Scorn return in 3D, which was so exciting because I mentioned I love Scorn earlier. Least favorite item is a rug sound patch and rock scripture. Yeah, pretty lame. But yeah, the medieval party again, like obviously you had the Unite's Crest in classic, but again, it made good use of the 3D exploring. I love the rock and how it could crush you, and your penguin looked funny when it crushed you. Yeah, flat penguin, lol. And also the slimes looked really cute. I didn't really want to hurt them. Again, it's really sad. The only fish I have in this part of my channel is that stupid update video where I said, I'm now at uni, I'm being uploaded. Oh, I might do a blog for the 4th time I mentioned this, but I actually do it. Anyway, I'm getting off track. But it was really close between this and the summer splashdown, which was cool, but it was a bit smaller in a way. So the medieval party just beat it out for me. But you also said the medieval party.
It obviously was the best one in CPI and probably the first event in CPI with a storyline.
And Take This Splashdown did, but it definitely wasn't as big a scope as this.
Yeah. As Sugar says, they threw everything they had into this party, probably because it was one of the last parties they could work on before it was announced.
Well, no, but also. Yeah, but also maybe they were trying to ramp things up, but then obviously didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, anyway.
That was classic too.
Anyway, yeah. The dungeon was fun. I remember speedrunning it once. That was fun. One thing I do want to mention about parties is that, in Club Penguin, you could easily redesign buildings because it was 2D. Here, you can't really do that. You had to really keep the designs of the buildings, otherwise you had to 3D model them.
It was
or you'd have to redo the collision.
Yeah, it was more about decorating and putting in some extra props.
It was just like the original Club Penguin when there was just small props in in the existing rooms. It felt a little bit low key.
But obviously, like for Somerset Splashdown, they added the a whole boss fight. You know, they had a whole like a whole structure of like the water slides and stuff. That was cool. But yeah, it felt like more like it was coming back to the Penguin just decorated an island or built a small structure rather than somehow the whole island is now a city.
Yeah.
It felt like more it was winding back to like
resources. Yeah.
Yeah, but it felt like it was but it like happened overnight, and a lot of times they didn't even show construction happening. They gave them that in Classic too.
Yeah.
But yeah, having a boss fight was cool. I mean, Gorn looked great, and his voice sounded great, like in Club Penguin Island. Like they even did a behind the scenes video about them working on it, which is cool.
Oh, cool.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, well, we're gonna wind down here. We both said the same thing again.
Yeah.
But we both agreed that the next cool thing would have been like Puffles. You know, obviously Pinks and Puffles go together, and it did feel a bit weird not having Puffles. Although I do remember I was talking about it in a video or something, and I was like, I hope they don't look like they do in the app, because I didn't like the app Puffles. I guess now I look at it, isn't too bad, but some reuse assets from movies, but they programmed a bowl that squished penguins, so that makes up for it. Yeah, exactly.
I felt the dungeon felt a bit open though.
Why are you saying this now? We've gone past it. It's fine for Sugar because there's a delay, but and Sugar has to type. But yeah, it makes me wonder what the pet shop looked like. Puffle Handler, and also like the interface as well, because obviously the it's okay, because like obviously in Club Penguin you had that interface that just came up on a big screen. It's kind of white, and then you had the stuff at the top which drives your Puffle. But what would that look like in 3D? Would there been their own little room modelled, and it would have been so cute. And like, what sort of outfits would you have to give them? Obviously, you know, your Puffle hats, but like, how would it look? And like, what if they had their own little tube? So when you walked them and you had your tube bell, they had their own little tube.
Oh, that'd be cute. I do have a few ideas. I think the idea that would have worked best the most was you have your Puffles in your igloo, yeah? You tap on one, the camera would zoom in on them, and you'd get options to care for them.
Yeah.
Do actions to care for them. Like that.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, because it stays in the...
You'd use, or you could also use stuff around the island like you could on Club Penguin.
Or yeah, like you get the pizza out, like you give to Penguin, and you can give it to your Puffle. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Jackhammer statue in the future will get updated occasionally to the point. Yeah. No, actually, no.
Oh.
I think I do. No, I can't remember if I knew about that. I don't know.
But yeah, I also wish Puffles were added to CPI. They're honestly one of the most iconic features of Club Penguin. It feels different without them.
Yeah, but yeah, I always thought like, oh, they must be adding Puffles soon. It must be coming.
It just feels like even now in its current form, it feels like something's missing. You know?
Can't fall. Well, what you mean that it was left in? Okay, and then I've already talked about that I miss stuff, but yeah, I mean, I miss hanging at a party. You know, bring out the items. We were sharing pizzas. We were playing little games together, and you know, just messing around in the sandbox world. And yeah, going to the igloos and seeing what everyone did with them, and it was a lot more. It's like The Sims. Like you had a lot more of the decorating options of the 3D bit rather than parkour igloos. That was fun. I feel like we got a lot more creative with the igloos and like coming up with little activities to do. I would happily just have a game like this where it was just visiting each other's, because that's what I miss from like these virtual worlds, is visiting each other's spaces. No matter if it was Club Penguin or Moshi Monsters or Build-A-Bear. I didn't really play a lot apart from Club Penguin, to be honest. But they all had that thing of visiting your own little unique little space, and how they decorated, like just like you visit someone's house. But I don't. It's not interested in the house because you're not going to be jumping on a trampoline inside someone's house in real life. Yeah, I got that ick for a game to be like that again.
Yeah.
You know, she's been stringing on ungodly number of hours into making the visit. They were epic. Honestly, the god of making a glisten CPI. Jesus, Luke, we miss you. And you?
I love the adventures personally because they expanded on the idea of PSA and EPF missions, incorporating them right into the game instead of their own separate thing. I mean, the EPF missions were incorporated right into the game, but I feel like they could have expanded upon them a bit more. They felt very short. Anyway, they've even included new storylines such as Pirate Legends and
Concert Prep.
I mean, okay, sure. But like I said, less stakes. Oh, and they are fully voice acted, which was honestly insane.
Fun.
Yeah, they were fun.
And it just gave the team a chance to expand on like the stories and stuff. And like, again, making use of the 3D environment. Like, obviously the EPF missions in Classic were very flat, just one plane going back and forth.
Yeah.
Where, this was like a proper 3D game. It gave them a chance to think with much greater scope. Again, why this game not at least survive for another 2 years?
Yeah, exactly. But... Again, with the animated shorts, it was insane to see these iconic characters be given voices.
Yeah, I just wish if this team could come back and make something very similar that wasn't Club Penguin, but again, I don't know if I would be able to connect with different characters.
Because it'd be completely different. Anyway, it says here it's clear the team had big plans to expand the storyline that were tragically cut short. For example,
we would have had Sensei.
For example, Antarctic Adventures Chapter 2. At the end of Antarctic Adventures Chapter 2, she forms the EPF and says that this is just the beginning of Club Penguin's threats. No, they feel like they feel like this is just the beginning.
It's so sad.
No. She said, this won't be the end of Herbert's attacks.
And it was.
It was the end.
It was the end.
What the hell?
It was the end.
It was the end.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I left this for the grand finale because I wanted to get after both games. But what does Club Penguin mean to you? Which sounds deep, but if it wasn't for Club Penguin, I wouldn't have met this one. And also a bunch of pens that I've kept and a bunch of enemies.
Well, what the heck?
But yeah, I mean, so able to affect. If my friend hadn't introduced me to Club Penguin, and we wouldn't have been together at the university.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so many wonderful memories and just that fun spirit. Like, even though we had beef with some people or whatever, this drama, there was just this collective fun feeling that I don't get nowadays as an adult as well. I don't know, even if there was any other game, even Minecraft, I don't get the same vibe from that. It's just not as magical and wonderful and bright and colourful. There's just not another game I can match to it. A lot of the games that you meet up with people nowadays are a bit too grimy, or they're too anime or boobs. I'm going with that. I don't know where I'm going.
What are you talking about? What were you referencing?
Those games they've been playing on Hololive where it's anime and kind of more action orientated.
You mean Nikki and Chaos Zero?
Oh, something's happened. I don't know. I'll tell you off stream. With Nikki.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's about the community as well. It's all right having this really amazing game, but it's we made our own events too and had our own fun, and I said in the igloos and stuff, and exploring them. It's very much a together thing. Remember when we went to Island Central and we got to the top of the edge wrapped around the buildings? We were all in a line. That was we took some great screenshots. Anyway, you?
Well, all I can really say is Club Penguin was a major part of my childhood, and I probably wouldn't be the same person as I am today if I wasn't introduced to it.
What sort of things did Club Penguin lead you to in the future, would you say? Apart from just me. What way would you really not be the same person? How you interact with people?
Probably. I don't know, it taught I guess it taught me, well, different words in English, I would say. Different concepts. I don't know, it just
creativity.
creativity. Yeah, I feel. I don't know. It's just one of those things where you think about how your life could have been.
I
How different
think
your life could have been.
Club Penguin was like the only like I've tried to like get into like the Doctor Who community so that, but nothing really like engaged me as much as Club Penguin community. Even said apart from all the bad stuff that happened, but in terms of the good stuff that happened, there was never another experience of a Club Penguin that was like this with me. And I've actually talked to people online less since the Club Penguin not been around. Like it's dipped.
Well said, Sugar.
Yeah. It's really weird to think that this like children's game that I joined probably a little bit late, and my parents probably judged me for playing so long. Like if I told it to my parents, they'd be like, "Oh, really? Is that really what you think about Penguin?" But like, no, honestly, we mean it. It's weird. I want to get emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it did. I guess the drama had taught me a bit about growing up. About how rough life can be. But no, it for the most part it was a welcome, friendly environment.
Yeah.
Apart from we had to deal with bots. That whole bot thing was annoying.
Yeah.
But then again, we all ganged up together to fight the cause of the annoying bots.
I remember the Club Penguin armies.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
I mean, that wasn't really a thing by the time I joined, particularly. But yeah, that was the end. I don't know if there's anything else you want to say that we may have missed. I feel like I've taught my socks off.
I don't know. I just will say, all the Yeah, I think we can be glad that it all happened. We've been seeing a lot of videos come out from people who were in the community and the people who made the community. It all felt very not snappy, but reminiscent on the lovely memories.
I think it's been a good 20th anniversary.
It sure has been.
I don't know if I'm going to do. Well, funny enough, next year the anniversary will actually be on the day I'm streaming. I don't know if I'm going to do one because I know what else there is for us to talk about. To be honest, I feel like I talk my socks about Club
Maybe
Penguin.
more Club Penguin. Okay, so how many more tier lists do you have to do?
What do you mean tier list do I have to do?
Did you do all the tier lists? I don't know. We'll just cross that bridge when we get to it.
But I think it's important to do something for the 20th anniversary.
Yeah,
because it's the
absolutely
20th.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt pretty tired after
If
all
it
that
was
talk.
if it was still going, there would be a huge celebration for the 20th.
Well, funny enough, my Twitter For You page is now full of the CPPSs. Shockingly, there's still some CPPSs.
Oh yeah,
still
I
up.
think one.
Popping an Origin.
I think one opened yesterday. Actually,
What?
Yes.
Popping on Journey, I think is a thing.
Yeah, I think Hannah told me about it.
Yeah, I mean, some of part of my brain's like, "Oh, play it," but I'm like, I don't want to. Oh, no, I remember like it was either earlier this year or last year. I said about, "Oh, I miss Cardjitsu Snow," and then the CPPS account will probably be going, "You should play our CPPS. We have Cardjitsu." It's like, fuck off. But I miss it, but I also want it to be a memory.
Yes,
because I can't get that community back. I can't. It's not like I can try reconcile. It's not gonna be the same, right?
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
feel the same way.
And also, I wish I had Club Penguin for longer, so I couldn't play it on mobile device. And I also, you're different. I didn't see the shutdown of either game. Classic Club Penguin, I was going to college, and I'm not a liar, so I did go to college that day. And Club Penguin Island, I could have been there for the shutdown, but we had a family meal out, and I got back to my grandma's. I went back to my grandma's, and kind of just missed it. And I couldn't bother to log on at that point, and I hadn't really played Club Penguin on my phone, so I didn't go to it. I was kind of like, I kind of feel sad. I was not in the headspace for it.
Yeah, I was there for the shutdown of Club Penguin Island, and I recorded a video on it. But my biggest regret in life is not being there for the Waddle On party on OG Club Penguin, because I should have been there. I should have. I don't know. I just feel like I should.
You didn't go that set at all?
I didn't join it at all. I should have joined it one last time. I don't know why. I do know why. I moved on. I felt like Club Penguin was too childish for me.
When did you stop playing?
I feel like 2015. I think.
Why is your model doing this?
Because it closed in 2017. I was 15 at the time. I was a teenager.
Whereas I, on the other hand...
And also, in 2015, I would have been 13, a teenager. I felt like I was too old to be playing this game anymore.
And I'll still put it right
I
to
felt
shut down.
I still had memories of it. So
The bittersweet thing I did when Classic Club Penguin shut down is I reverted. I reverted back to how I started Club Penguin. I changed my penguin colour to green. I took all my clothes off, and I changed my glue back to the basic glue and put the green lantern, the very first furniture item I put on my wall. I basically ended Classic Club Penguin how I started, and I actually did a little video of it. I think it's private on my channel though.
a very lovely bookend.
It was. I was pretty sad that night, but I was like, this is it. I have to let go. Yeah. I will not be able to play Coming on Island. I had no idea the desktop version was coming. I guess I continue playing CPPSs. It felt a bit weird that I was still doing that, but it was like a chapter finished in my life.
Yeah, definitely.
I get really soppy now.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say, but happy anniversary, Club Penguin.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah, just thanks for making my childhood and being one of the most important game, if not the
me too.
Well, the most couple of important games in my life. Yeah. Which one was good? Well, as Dr. Seuss once says, don't cry because it over-smugs it happened. I remember telling everyone that on Twitter. I'm like, guys, come on, let's all be happy, yay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's the end. Is there anything else you want to say about this before I move on to ending stream?
Not really. I just wanted to say it was wonderful to be on Club Penguin. I just want to say, I guess we could both say, and everyone who's played this game, to the creators of Club Penguin,
all the staff,
all the staff that worked to create the world, to keep it safe, to help penguins through their support, to bring us new experiences every month,
and being passionate.
Yeah, being passionate to bring us new experiences every month. We can't
thank you enough.
We can't thank you enough. It's been amazing, and yeah,
love ya. Okay, right. Next week I'll be playing Blueprints, going through my backlog of games that I haven't played. I'm getting through the backlog, guys. I'm nearly through all the games I had on my list to play before I have some more for 2026. Yeah, Blueprints, I puzzles and stuff like that. Yeah. Kind of semi-Halloween. I didn't really have a Halloween stream this year. Whoops, because this was in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem happy. Yeah. But yeah, I'm playing Blueprints, so I'm blue, but I beat it, but yeah. I'll see you then for my first solo stream in a while.
Yes, thanks for watching this stream, and until next time, waddle on.
I wasn't prepared to say that.